Alright, we're back in WotLK. Oh, we're back to the... What is this? The Shaman. Oh my god, there's herbs. Alright, yeah, let's not worry about that. Let's focus on the quests. What is their quest doing way over here? Let's do it. Let's do it.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I would like to point out that this water engine that's in Burning Crusade Classic was never in the original Classic. This is actually the Cataclysm water engine, which is kind of cool that they... I think it's really cool that they were able to add that into the Classic version of the game. I think one of the best things about Classic is just that they were able to upgrade the graphical engine and use a different engine entirely, which makes the game just look so much nicer. Why does it not let me move these? Why are these like locked in place? That's really weird. Normally you can move these. I'm not sure why it's locking them like this. This is very strange. Especially since I can move every other action bar. It's like, okay. You can move every action bar except this one. That doesn't make any sense. Let me try reloading. And it's funny, I just literally moved these action bars on one of my other characters, these exact same ones. So, yeah, not sure what's going on with these. Why are these snapping like this? Oh, well, guess we're not gonna change those right now. Weird. I should have been running while I was doing that, though. That was dumb. It is gonna be cold today in Florida. It's actually, woke up this morning, it was about 76 degrees. And it has already dropped down to, I think, 68 degrees, and it's going to continue to drop throughout the day. I think most of the United States are having a big storm come through, which is awesome. I love cold weather. Let's move this back. I do not know why I can't move this. so strange. Actually, it says it's 63 degrees here in Florida, which it doesn't feel like that because it's 76 in my office and I have the window open, so hopefully it'll cool off in here. Graphics look better when I'm underwater than when I'm on top. The colors look better. What's up, Carl? I am doing good. How are you doing? Find to mark using the clues provided. Okay. I'm good, Carl. How you doing? I am, like I said, it's cold here in Florida today, which is great. I love it. I don't like, hot weather. And yeah, just playing a little bit of Shaman. It's going to be a while before Wrath of the Lich King releases, but I actually do plan on probably playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And if I'm going to play Wrath of the Lich King Classic, I really wanted to play a Shaman, because I've never played a Shaman much, and this particular Shaman, the Elemental Shaman, is supposed to be really good in Wrath of the Lich King, so it's supposed to hit, do some serious damage, so we're going to find out. I just love how as an Elemental Shaman you can use a shield. It just blows my mind that I'm running around with a shield and I'm throwing lightning bolts. Oh, now I'm a kitty. Okay. We are now a kitty. I wonder if World of Warcraft retail will ever will ever recover from the shit that they've basically turned the game into. Like people like Asmongold are bashing retail so bad, and we've all known it. I've known for years retail was awful, but I just wonder if they have. It just seems like they've lost so many talented developers, and I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can turn it around. I mean, I think they really need to. I just think why try? Why try to fix WoW when you can just create a new MMO? I think what Blizzard needs to do is get a team of people, and they need to screen these developers and make sure that they're the right type of people they want to be working on the game. And they need to come up with a new team that's creating a new MMO. And I think if they did that would be a really good idea for them. I just don't know if trying to. Hey, what's up, Saj? How you doing, man? Happy was it Saturday? Happy Saturday. I just don't know that trying to continue to bring this game back to life is, maybe the best idea. I think maybe if you put your resources into a new game, maybe even like a cyberpunk style MMO, or not necessarily cyberpunk, but like sci-fi based. I know a lot of people really want sci-fi MMOs. I'm not as big into sci-fi because I grew up playing Dungeons and Dragons, so I'm a big lover of fantasy. I love dragons. I love bugbears and orcs and trolls and goblins. I love all that shit. I love all of it. What's cooler than walking into a dungeon and seeing some sniveling little goblin go, I'm going to kill you. That's way cooler than, going out into space, I think. I don't know. That's just me, though. So, but yeah, I do think that Blizzard would be better served to do that. All right. Supposed to free captives. Okay. Requires key. Well, how do I get out of this form I'm in? I think I have to get out of this form. There we go. Yeah, I think this is the real deal here. Oh crap. Ah! Shit, we're surrounded. I will beat you with my broom. The broom of death. I'm sweeping the garbage. Right. What did I put my control mouse button 3? Okay, cool. My gift of the Naru or whatever it's called. Testing out my Earthbind stuff. I've never really played Shaman much, so I wasn't sure how good I can kite with Earthbind Totem. It seems like we can kite pretty decently. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Lost Ark shenanigans, but all the streamers playing Lost Ark and paying like tons and tons of money trying to upgrade their gear just so they can get into the dungeon that got released, the raid. I mean, I find it absolutely ridiculous that people are going to sit here and spend $5,000 just trying to upgrade an item so their item level is high enough so they can enter a raid. I mean, it's brilliant marketing. Brilliant marketing by Amazon, because they basically just completely swindled all these gamers to toss all this money into the shop to buy all these crystals so they could keep trying to hone their weapon over and over again, hoping that the RNG will increase their stat, you know, increase the weapon, so they can get into the raid. I mean, I'm sorry, I was like, you're not gonna catch me throwing down $5,000 on a video game just to try to get, you know, an item level up so I can run a raid. It's just like sheer stupidity in my I think, but you know, whatever. If people got a lot of money, it doesn't matter. But I mean, just to watch all these streamers just whip out their credit cards and buying tons of money, you know, spending tons of money. This is the world that we're in with video games, is they're so monetized now, and this is the way these companies can make a lot of money. But I mean, how long is that sustainable? I think, you know, streamers make it worse, because people watch their favorite streamer like Asmongold or whoever play these games, and they're like, well, if Asmongold's, you know, spending tons of money, and then this is okay, I should do that too. You know, it's pretty sad. You know, the sheep. It's that sheep mentality, man. And yeah, don't do that, man. If you're a millionaire or something, fine. I mean, you want to blow a bunch of money on a game, no problem. You know, you have the money. But if you're not, don't waste your money on a video game. You know, I mean, spend your money on something more important. You know. But yeah, it's just, you know, what I think what's going to happen, actually I don't think, I'm 100% positive what's going to happen, is we're going to get to a point where some games are going to come out that are not monetized games, that are really just good games. You know, the way games used to be, you know, and you're going to be able to go in and play the game, and you're not going to have to pay. You're going to buy the game, right? You're going to pay money to buy the game. And they might have some stuff in the game like cosmetics or stuff, but stuff that's not required in any way to, you know, for you to succeed or progress. It's just oh, here's some cool outfits you could buy for your character. Or maybe here's some cosmetic, weapon skins or something, And there's going to be some games that come out that are just massively popular, and all the people that are playing something like Lost Ark and dumping thousands into this game are going to look at these other people playing this other game that aren't spending that kind of money and having just as much fun, and they're going to say, man, I feel pretty stupid. Because I played this game for 2 years and spent $5,000, and now these guys are playing this game for 2 years and they've spent like a couple $100, So it's like but yeah, I don't think this monetization is going to last forever. I think these, hopefully it's not, because either that or my confidence in the human race in gamers actually having a brain, which actually that's not true, because I think some of the dumbest people I've ever met are gamers. I mean, it's because the stuff they do, the stuff they fall into, and the traps they let themselves get into, it just blows my mind. They will continually convince themselves that certain games are good even when they're not, and they'll continually convince themselves that they need to pay money on a game, which is not necessary. It's all about having fun. So actually, Asmongold used a term, and it was like, what was it? In case I miss out or something? I'd never heard an acronym before, but it's FOMO. That's it. Yeah, FOMO, which I didn't know what FOMO meant. I actually had to look it up. I'd heard the term before, but it's basically fear of missing out. And so that's what these gaming companies are thriving on. They're thriving on FOMO, which is basically they're doing stuff in these games to allow certain people to progress in the game, but everybody else can't unless they pay money. It's like they can't progress unless they pay money. And so it's that FOMO mechanic, it's forcing people to get out their credit cards, man. It's really sad. I find it very sad that people fall into that trap. I mean, I would love to interview all the people that are spending all their money on Lost Ark about a year from now and ask them, do you think it was worth it? Was it worth it? A lot of them probably say it was, but I bet a lot of them would say no, it was a waste of money. But I realized really early on in Lost Ark that it was just, the way Amazon was implementing it, and how they were cutting out so much content and how they were nerfing raids, and it just looked to me, it just looked like almost like a cash grab in a way. It's like, we're just trying to make money. We're not trying to give you the game the way it was, because they're not. They don't. I mean, half the content in the game's not even there from the original version. And even before people were putting videos out saying that half the content wasn't there, Divium Furor put out a video, a really good video that talked about exactly what was in the game on launch and what's in the Western release. And there was like 40% of the game's not even in the game. So it's like, okay. And the reason I hate gamers so much, or the reason I say gamers are some of the dumbest people I've ever met, is because they promote the problem. Gamers, by swiping your credit card and by buying those shitty games, you're promoting the problem. Lost Ark is a free game. You could have just played it for free, and if you like it, that's fine. But you're sitting here and you're playing a game that's half the content from the original game's not even there, and it's requiring you to pay all this money to progress if you want to stay with the leaders, the lead pack, so to speak. You have to reevaluate. Sometimes you have to take a look in the mirror and say, what am I doing? I'm letting this company coerce me into spending all this money. You're basically being played. It's like, you just got played. You just got played, mofo. And that's why these gamers, and that's why we keep getting more games that are like this. That's why we keep getting more games that are monetized, because people keep buying money. Dude, Zalzini! What's up, Zalson? I don't have a key, damn it. How you doing, Zalson? Ah! Totems! Drop the totems! Oh no, can I survive against all these guys? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we have to run. We don't need to run. We don't need to run. Problems? Problems are for what? Zalson, I hope you're not still playing Lost Ark. I was just talking about all the videos that are coming up the last couple days on people playing Lost Ark and dumping tons and tons of money into Lost Ark trying to get their item level up so they can raid the raid that just got released. And I'm just like, come on. Shroud's like, I dumped $5,000, but then Shroud's like, you know, that's no big deal because I make that in an hour streaming. And I'm like, well, way to be an arrogant prick. You know what I mean? It's nice that you make $5,000 streaming off of people. But what about all the other people out there who don't have $5,000 to blow on a video game, you know? Streamers are bad in a way. I mean, they really promote a lot of bad behavior. They get people to think that it's okay to spend their hard-earned money on crystals so they can try to upgrade their gear just so they can do a raid that if they wait a couple weeks they'll be able to do anyway. It's all about timing. It's not like you can't do it by playing the game. You can. How many more do I gotta do? 2? 2! Oops. Where'd this Blood Elf Bandit come from? How is this guy healing himself? I don't know, but he is.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I'm bringing out the broom. We're bringing out the broom. We're gonna sweep you, buddy. Sweep! Look, I killed him with my broomstick. He drops a... Oh, he drops a helmet. What? Ooh, oh, nice. Nice, Olsen. Yeah, I never played Shamans. I never played Shamans, so I didn't know he dropped anything. Look at that. He feared the magical broomsticks, Alston. He feared the magical broomstick. Ooh, you want my broomstick? So Zalston, I hear that the elemental shamans in Wrath of the Lich King are quite powerful. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
It's too late for us now. We've gone.
Yeah, I was watching a video. It says that they're like probably the best PvE DPS caster in Wrath, and then PvP they blow people up because of the. It's kind of like how we did that lightning build in Ascension. Remember? Remember in Ascension WoW we had that lightning build where it procs multiple lightning bolts and chain lightning. It's the same thing. Like you have that ability here in Wrath of Lich. Well, not in this, but in Wrath of Lich King. I might be in Burning Crusade. I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but in Wrath, you can proc those additional free light casts. So it should be pretty interesting, man. So this character is just, I'm prepping this character for Wrath. You know, Wrath's not going to be out for, I don't know, probably a good, what, 6 months? Maybe longer? 6 to 10 months, I'm guessing, is when Wrath's going to be out. You have a keen eye, Zolson. You have a keen eye, my friend. It doesn't work though. It doesn't like it. It like gives me some spell power damage, but it's not. They've like somehow scaled it, I think. Because like, look, I have plus 30 spell power to my mace. Look at my leggings, also. My leggings have plus 35 spell power. And plus 20 stamina. But what's interesting is you would think plus 30 spell power would be huge, right? So if I hit this guy, it does 24 damage, right? Which is nothing, right? Yeah, it doesn't scale. Well, I didn't know it didn't scale, Zolson. I wish you were around to tell me this stuff, because I didn't know.
Lovely.
So what do you use? Just int? Because I've got int. I mean, I've got plus 9 intellect on this, I think. Plus 9 intellect on the broom. Which is nice. It gives me more, you know, mana. It does add more damage. Like, I'll hit for like 14 damage with Lightning Bolt, and with my Spell Power Mace, I'll hit for like 20. 22 int on Dagger just for extra mana. Yeah. I didn't know. But at some point it should kick in though, right? It doesn't scale at low level, but at some point that shit should kick in, right? Like what, like 20, level 30 maybe? At some point it's going to work. At some point you're going to get the benefit of that spell power. I just don't know what level. Yeah. Well, that's true. But I mean, I have it on a mace. I mean, what classes am I going to play where I want spell power? Every spell power class except for a druid, I think. No, even a druid, right? I think everybody can use a mace. That uses spell power. Priest can use a mace. Paladin can use a mace. Pretty sure a druid can use a mace. Yeah, it would be super OP. But at some point it will work, right? At some point that spell power should kick in. So I'm not worried about it. I don't care. Like I said, Wrath Lich King isn't coming out for a long time. At least it shouldn't be, right? Did you see I got the shield? Look at the shield, Selson. We got the standard issue shield with plus 7 spirit on it. I tell you what, though. What does work, though, is the stamina. See the plus 35 spell damage, plus 20 stamina? I do get the plus 20 stamina. So if you, like, watch my health is 379. It's only 196 now. So it dropped, you know, a ton. And then if we get rid of, let's see, I've got a bracer. Let's see, my intellect pool's 408. Now it's 333. Now it's 273. So we got a few intellect items as well. I think when I put the legs, back on, you can see how my health is like, holy shit. All right, cool. I'll check it out, dude. Here in a second. Yeah, I didn't know that there was like scaling. I thought it would still work, but I think is it classic WoW that did that? Because I think the original Burning Crusade did not. I don't think the original one scaled. At least I didn't think it did. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. How many of these more? These one more? Yeah. Okay, good. Shit, I'm hell and gone from Cartagena. Oh wait, I can hearth. Yeah, I can hearth. Luke! Oh, you did. You actually like took a screenshot previously. What's a file? Hold on a second. Is this? I'm assuming this is like an image or something. Is this an image? There's no extension on this file, Zolson. Here, let's try something. Okay, there we go. It was a JPEG. Crit chance 178. Intellect 38. Mana regen 37. Look at that crit chance. Is that right? 178? Dude, that's insane. That's okay. I figured it was an image of some kind. Yeah, oh my god. That was some insane crit. Nice. Yeah, I don't have... My priest is 300 enchanter, but she doesn't have all the enchants, so... You know, Zolson, my priest on this server, Faith Driven, is level 37, I think? And she is 300 enchanting. So my goal, like... Because I tried playing Elden Ring, and it was like, didn't really like Elden Ring that much. I mean, it was... I don't know. I didn't like the way the combat worked. There were, like I was proving in video streams that a lot of the dodge rolls were... I was still in the dodge roll and still getting hit a lot, and it was weird. I was like... Wasn't really a fan of how that works, but... Yeah, I'm 300 enchanting, level 37, yeah. But she doesn't have, like, all the enchants, but... I created a new guild. I created a new guild, Zolson. I created the Blue Dragons Guild on this server, so... Yeah, Elden Ring was okay. Again, I don't know. I disagree with a lot of people saying how good it is. I think... If you like that type of game, that type of combat style game, then you'll probably like it. But I totally 100% disagree that is a 10 out of 10 game. I mean, I mean, honestly, if I gave it a review, like Elden Ring, I would give it like I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. You know, I think the combat's okay. I think the graphics are nice. The level design is really good. The UI is really, really bad. I think the reason I have a problem with Elden Ring, the reason I don't like it is because of how it's really set up for a console, and I don't like how you manage your potions and how you manage your items. So you're constantly like having to swap shit around. Like if I want to use if I want to mount up and then get off my mount and then use a potion and then maybe cast a spell and then maybe hit somebody with my sword. There's way too many weird keybind swapping. It's just weird. That tastes like water, dude. I just tried to mount up. There. I said, yeah, you don't have a mount yet, Julian. Old habits die hard. But, I've never done that either. I've been knocked off the Eye of the Storm so many times by shamans. So, you know, I guess now I'll be able to do that, right? Now I can do that. It changed in the patch. Well, that's the arena team that's supposed to be really solid. Zolson and Wrath Lich King. It's called Thundercleave, and it's basically Elemental Shaman. I think it's Elemental Shaman, Warrior, and I think Priest. It's either a Priest or a Holy Paladin. It might be Holy Paladin. Holy Paladin, maybe Elemental Shaman, Arms Warrior. I think. But anyways, Thundercleave, and then there's Warlock, LSD, Lock Shaman Druid. That's another good strong arena comp for Wrath of the Lich King. Oh yeah, excuse us, and I've got this at level 37. I've got a staff with plus 40 spell damage on it. Oh man. Yeah, I couldn't find any good gear. I wanted to grab like a really nice item. Actually, I have some decent items that I could probably get that on. Give me this staff. I'm just trying to get through the starting quest so I can get out of here. The Shaman starting zone is really slow. There's a lot of running around, you know. When do I wonder when I get Ghost Wolf. Is that like level 20? Which hybrid pant? What? Oh, the videos of knocking people off. That was like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Good health, long life.
Let's go this way. Here, let's sell some stuff. Now we got plenty of room. Let's go this way. Yeah. Oh, I liked Valheim. I'm gonna get in and play Valheim again a little bit sometime this coming week, maybe tomorrow. Valheim was pretty cool. It's a little bit more chill than this game. But like Aureus was saying, if you make your server public, other people can play with you. So that sounds like that could be kind of fun, I guess, maybe. But yeah, honestly, I think I've resigned myself that I'm just gonna play WoW until something better comes out. Play WoW Classic, Burning Crusade, and maybe WoW Classic Wrath of the Lich King until we get another MMO. I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to play a game like Lost Ark with isometric view and people dumping cash to progress. That's just stupid. That's just absolutely silly. All the people that are playing Lost Ark, I mean, honestly, I think they're kind of idiots. I mean, honestly, straight up. I think if you're playing Lost Ark and dumping thousands of dollars in that game, you know, I'd rather buy some guitars, man. At least my guitars hold their value. In fact, they go up in value. Then dump $5,000 on just trying to get into a raid before somebody else. Oh my god, I've got item level such and such. I could do this raid before 80% of the player base. I'm so cool. You're so cool, Brewster.
Light bless you. Be careful.
It's just silly.
What can I do for you?
And like I said, I think that the
Have a good one.
oh, this is that dumb quest. This is that quest where like
Safe travel.
you have to throw shit, don't you? Or oh, maybe it isn't. I don't see the. I don't like the cooking. I don't really like the cooking quest where they're like, you need to add a pear to the recipe. Okay, now you need to add a tomato. It's just, you know, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Hi.
Ooh, I got a wand. Oh shit, I got a wand. I can actually use wands? Nah, I can't. Can shamans use wands? I don't
Keep your feet on the ground.
think so. No, it just says maces, staves, and unarmed. So I don't think you can.
Hey there. See you around.
You know what was funny, Zalson? Is I was watching. I know last night. I think I was working yesterday or something, and I had, you know, sometimes when I'm working, I'll have videos up on my other monitors, just like, you know, like a stream or something or whatever. Not really a stream, but just videos of whatever. And I was watching a video of Asmongold talking about Lost Ark. He was talking about, you know, getting the item level high enough, and he was talking about how some people play the game really hardcore, and how, you know, because they're playing it so hardcore, they feel obligated to spend all that money to get their gear up, you know, item level up high enough, quick enough, so that they can enter the new raid that dropped. And then Asmongold said, yeah, and I'm also, you know, I'm pretty hardcore. You know, I'm not like the most hardcore, but I'm pretty hardcore in Lost Ark. And someone in his stream like totally called him out and was like, what? It's like, you're not hardcore. He's like, everybody just gives you shit. He's like, you don't do anything. He's like, all your fans give you like money and give you mounts, and he got pissed. He's like, what? You don't think I'm hardcore? And he pulled up like his Steam window, and he goes, look, I've played 400 hours of Lost Ark. He's like, if that doesn't make me hardcore, I don't know what does. And I'm just like, he got really defensive, and I thought it was hilarious. I was like, whatever, dude. I don't know. I mean, I think Asmongold, what's going to take him down is the people. I think he tries to hide it, but I think deep down it hurts. It hurts his feeling. I mean, it's not easy being a streamer when people are making fun of you constantly, and he gets made fun of a lot. And it's not being a streamer when people are going to sit there and say, like, you're no good. You don't deserve to be where you are because your fan base is giving you shit in game. Your fan base is carrying you. Like, every time you do a quest, every time you go anywhere in an MMO, you got 20 people following you. If anything ever gets difficult, they're just going to help you, right? If you need a raid, it's instant. If you need a group, it's instant. It's not like you ever have to look for anything. Because there's always people, licking your toes, licking your boots.
Asmongold, get me in your raid. Let me go. I'll do it for you, Asmongold.
You know what I mean? And I think, honestly, that's going to be his downfall. I think at some point he's just going to freaking have a mental breakdown. He's already quit streaming 2 or 3 times just because mentally he said mentally he couldn't handle it. I think what he said was he quit streaming because he was stressed. Like, he was so stressed, the idea of getting on stream. You missed my rant, dude. I just went on a whole rant on Asmongold. And you missed it, dude. You have to rewind the stream. But I think that's going to be his downfall. I think he's, because the stress levels. It's actually, you had to throw out your cold coffee. It's actually a real thing, when that's your livelihood, when that's how you make your money, Yeah. He didn't have my ice cream. Son of a... I haven't had ice cream in like 3 months. And I ordered some Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge brownie, and they didn't have it. Anyways, I think, yeah, dude, I think that's going to be his downfall. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, dude, that's what's so funny. Is like I was watching a stream while I was working yesterday. I just had it on the other monitor where he was talking about like Lost Ark or something. But I wasn't watching the stream. I don't watch the stream. What I do is I watch like just video clips after the fact. He'll do a video clip talking about, and if it's something that I'm interested in, I'll watch it. And he was talking about something, and he was saying like, he literally said, something like Shroud spent 5,000 trying to upgrade his gear, and Asmongold literally said, "Oh yeah, I can't afford that. I can't afford that." I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't afford that. You make millions. He makes millions of dollars a year, right? And he's sitting there saying he can't afford $5,000. Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, I give him credit. He doesn't like just throw money around, which is fine. But don't lie to people and tell people you can't afford something. I mean, you can easily afford to spend $5,000. Yeah, he's super cheap. Yeah, he's super cheap. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good. You're always going to have money if you're like that. I wish I was more super cheap, I'm pretty good. I don't really fall into the trap of spending too much money on video games. The only games I've ever gotten any kind of real money out of me were... I won't even say World of Warcraft, because World of Warcraft over 15 years, I haven't really... I've spent money on it, but over 15 years, WoW has saved me 10 times, 20 times, 30 times more money than it's ever cost me. Because all the hours of me playing WoW on the weekend or playing WoW on a night when I would have gone out to a bar and drank beer and ate dinner, and, it saved me thousands and thousands of dollars. Because if I wasn't playing WoW, I guarantee you I'd be out with my friends drinking beer at a bar. And that costs a lot more money. I go out one night and easily spend anywhere from $50 to $100 in one night. Oh, no, I think it's... Yeah, I wasn't hating on Asmongold. I was just saying, don't tell people you can't afford something when everybody knows you can. You sit there and say you can't afford $5,000. I mean, that's bullshit. One thing that is weird about Asmongold is he doesn't accept donations on I think on Twitch streams or something, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I'm not sure what the mentality is. I'm not sure if he's just like, I don't want to, these young kids wasting their money on me. If that's what it is, then it's very noble for him to do that, but I don't really know. I can only assume that's what it is, but I don't know. No one needs to know you're wealthy. So oh, man. Yeah, no, he does not. Well, the fact that he lived with his mom all those years to take care of her, that's a good thing. But he acts like he knows stuff. Like, when people in stream piss him off, he defends himself by saying stuff that there's no way he knows for sure. Like, he'll be like, well, this is exactly how this works, or I know for a fact that all these people, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's one of those things where you're just spouting off all these things that, nobody knows for sure that you know any of that. It'd be like me saying, I know for sure that 100 people buy a specific hair product. Like 30% of all the people in Florida use this hair product. I know that. Well, how do you know that? And even if you read it online, does that make it true? I mean, not everything you read is true. So he does a lot of that weird. He does a lot of like spouting off stats and stuff. It's like, you don't even know if any of it, we have no idea the validity of any of that shit. Oh, here's the other thing he said, Zolson. The other thing he said was, which I disagreed with, was the one thing with Elden Ring is there's been... I'm going to kill the music for now. The one thing with Elden Ring is there have been some bad reviews. Elden Ring has gotten all these reviews like 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, perfect, great game of the year, right? Which I don't agree with at all. I don't think it's that good. But I give it an 8 out of 10, like I said. I give it maybe an 8 out of 10 for what it is, right? But again, I come into a game like that with different expectations. I'm used to playing MMOs open world. Elden Ring is not an MMO. Elden Ring is pretty much a solo player, it's a solo player, like Souls game where they just happen to toss in an open world and maybe add some questing into it, right? I really dislike some of the things in Elden Ring. One of the things I really dislike is that you have to talk to an NPC like multiple times, and it's really stupid. So you go up to an NPC and you'll talk to him. He'll say, "Hey, blah blah, this person ran down the street over there. Why don't you go see if you can find him?" And then you have to talk to him again. "Oh, you're still here? Oh, well, since you're still here, I'll tell you this, this, and this." And then you have to talk to him a third time. "Oh, are you still here, man? You know what? Here's one more tidbit of information." I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you making me talk to this guy 3 separate times to get the information I need? Just fucking give it to me the first time. I really hate that mechanic in Elden Ring, and it's all over the place in Elden Ring, and it's just stupid. It's a dumb mechanic. But a lot of other game companies like Guerrilla Games and a couple others have kind of made fun of Elden Ring. And Asmongold basically took it upon himself to say that he took it upon himself to basically infer or to assume all these things about these companies about why they said what they did, which I think is bullshit. He's like, well, these gaming companies, they come out of college or come out of whatever schools, or they're taught and trained that the UI has to be good, and this has to be good, and that has to be good. But gamers don't think that way. He's basically saying that the game developers don't think like gamers. And that it was a broad statement. Game developers don't think like gamers. They don't know what gamers want. If they did, they'd be making good games. That is such a bullshit comment, right? That's such a bullshit comment. I mean, I guarantee you almost all those game developers are fucking gamers, right? They're all gamers. You can't be a game developer honestly, most likely without being a gamer. Like, I'm a software developer, and growing up, I would love to have been a game developer. Sure. And guess what? I'm a fucking gamer, right? So you're going to tell me that just because I'm a developer, I don't know what gamers want? That's such a bullshit statement. And then he went on to say, like the fact that the UI, because one of the companies, I don't remember which company, they said that they were making fun of the fact that Elden Ring got a 10 out of 10, and they were saying that the UI is total shit. Which, by the way, it is. I totally agree. And Asmongold goes like, that doesn't matter. Gamers don't care about UI. And I'm like, you idiot. I'm a fucking gamer. I've been playing MMOs since 2000. Since 1999, I've been playing MMOs. UI means a lot to me. I'm not going to tell you. A UI's got to be... I like a UI that's good. I appreciate a good UI. Guild Wars 2 has a great UI. And it's one of the things I love about Guild Wars 2. This is the Guild Wars 2. I'm playing World of Warcraft right now. And what am I using as my add-on? I'm using a Guild Wars 2 add-on, which makes my UI look like Guild Wars 2. Why am I doing that? Because Guild Wars 2 UI is freaking phenomenal. Does it improve my enjoyment of this game? Hell yeah. Would I give Guild Wars 2 a better rating? Would I give Guild Wars 2 the same rating I give it now if you were to make the UI bad? Hell no. I would give it a worse rating. So for Asmongold just to come out and say, gamers don't care about UI, and he says that kind of shit all the time. He makes all these broad, sweeping statements all the time. And I'm like, you can't just pull this shit out of your ass like you know. You don't know. You're just some jabroni who got lucky at being famous because you're ugly and you throw your eyebrows around and you say stupid shit and you bounce your forehead off to your desk like a moron. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, he pisses me off sometimes because I'm like, man, I don't like. That's one of the things that I definitely don't like is people who make broad sweeping claims. Everybody does this. Everybody likes that. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants that. You know, those are already like 100% false because you're never going to have 100%, right? All right, I gotta check. Hold on a second. I have a food delivery coming, so let me just check real quick. Another update? Okay, that's fine. All right, cool. But having said all of that, you know, as far as streamers go, I mean, there's worse streamers than Asmongold. But yeah, I don't like the streamers that, like you said, Zalson, that throw their money around. That they know that they have a lot of money and it's given them big egos and it's made them be kind of dicks, basically. Like, you know, like Soda Poppin'. I mean, Soda Poppin's pretty much just a dick. I mean, honestly, he is. He's a dick. And he'll tell you he's a dick. That's the funny part. But he's a fucking dick. And a lot of, you know, the other streamers, like Venruki. I like Venruki. Venruki seems like he's a weird guy, but he seems like a nice guy. Like, I never got the impression that he's just a dick. You know what I mean? But it's just like everything else in this world, you know.
Safe travels.
You know, power corrupts, money corrupts, and power corrupts, and you know, and money and power together corrupt absolutely. You know, people that get a lot of money, they just normally they're gonna turn into assholes. It's pretty normal behavior. Yeah, but it's hard to find streamers that are just give you the. I mean, there's some that are out there. There's some great streamers out there. You know, one of the streamers that I like a lot is what's his name? Is this guy? Wolfhard FPS. This guy seems like just a down to earth, you know.
Elden Ring has reportedly sold over 10 million copies on PC alone, and from what we know, it also has had a huge release on consoles. When I first heard this, I honestly didn't believe it because I had always looked at Souls games as a niche experience that is absolutely not made.
It is a niche experience, and the reason Elden Ring is so popular is because... I'll tell you why Elden Ring is so popular. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One of the biggest reasons is the fall of World of Warcraft. The fall of World of Warcraft has left a ton of MMO gamers with nothing to really play that they really like. And they've gone on to try to play other games like Final Fantasy, like Elder Scrolls Online, like Guild Wars 2. I mean, there's a ton of them, right? But all of those games, I don't care what you say, all of those games aren't World of Warcraft. And they have different systems. They're just different. And I think that if you really like, and I know because I'm one of those people that played WoW for a long time, and you know, I got to the point where I didn't want to play WoW anymore because I didn't like the company, and plus I was just getting bored of WoW, and so I tried playing games like Final Fantasy, which I didn't really like that much. I tried playing Elder Scrolls Online, which I really didn't like. Nothing against any of those games; they're both good games, but they're just not for me. And I tried playing Guild Wars 2, which you know, the art style and the combat, I didn't really like that much. I mean, I love the art style, but it just feels like now it's getting outdated. It was great for the time, but now to me right now it just feels really outdated. I don't like it as much as I used to. But the reason that Elden Ring is so popular is because there's so many people looking for a new MMO experience, for a new or even a new RPG. But it has to be open world. And that's why you see a game like Lost Ark and Elden Ring get so many people into these games because people are looking for that next big game to play. People don't want to play 10 games at once, usually. Most people don't. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think most people want to find one game they really like because, especially when you're an MMO player, because an MMO takes time, it takes investment. And so the more time you can spend in just that one game, the more you're going to progress and the more you're going to enjoy the experience. So you want to find one game. You don't want to jump around. You know, most people I don't think want to. I know I don't. And so Elden Ring came out, and what Elden Ring did offer was a new experience. I mean, MMO players are looking at it going, well, you know, it's not really an MMO, but the graphics look really cool, especially when they showed like all the videos and stuff. They really picked the best spots in the game. They really picked the premium spots that looked really nice. And then they showed the combat, and the combat looked really fun. It's very action-based. It's very flashy. And then they showed some really cool NPCs in the story quest. You're like, wow, these NPCs. You know, this girl with the big hood and the crazy eyes. I mean, she looks really cool. And so they really advertised it. The advertising campaign for Elden Ring was just amazing. I mean, it was really good. They must have spent a ton of money on that. And so you have all these people that are looking for a new experience, and that they said, well, this Elden Ring is definitely a new experience, and they want something that's open world. And then people are saying, well, this is the biggest, one of the most massive open world games ever made. I mean, people are talking about how large the world is. It's huge. And so that's always going to be intriguing to people that are MMOers, or at least for me. You know, you're like, wow, you want to explore a big open world. So the reasons it is very successful is the graphics, the characters, NPCs they showed looked really cool, the combat looked really cool, and the world was massive. I mean, that was enough to draw people in, because there's just not that many good games out there right now that MMOs or RPGers can really play. But I think a lot of the people that play Elden Ring probably, and there was a lot of people that bought the game and played it and immediately stopped playing it. You know, they just were like, this is not for me. It's too difficult. It's too, you know, the combat's too hard. I keep dying, you know. And a lot of people quit. And so I just wanted to kind of to preface a little bit this video with Wolf. The reason that Elden Ring is so popular is because of those things, you know, that I just talked about. And I think the same thing with Lost Ark. Lost Ark, what is an MMO? And Lost Ark had a history of being very successful. But the thing with Lost Ark is if you watch, if you do your research and watch the streams and watch how it played out in Russia, it really didn't play out in Russia very well. It didn't, you know, it's already pretty much died in Russia. It lasted, I don't know how long it lasted in Russia, for a while. But it died out, you know, a year or two, and it died out. You know, it's very slow right now as far as the amount of people that are playing, especially now that the Western versions come out. And so I think it's, you know, when you see that kind of stuff, you have to remember, too, Korean-based MMOs don't really work that well in the West. Just the systems and stuff. They're, you know, people don't like the RNG-based, you know, enchanting systems of a game like Elion not Elden Ring, or Lost Ark, or even like games like you know, Black Deserts. People don't really like the RNG-based enchanting systems of these games. And, you know, the Lost Ark is one of the worst ones. I mean, again, if you watch the video by Deviant Fuhrer, he really goes through, like, the fact that if you didn't buy money, if you didn't swipe your credit card, and you played the game, like, maybe 8 hours a day every day, you couldn't even get your gear enchanted up to the highest level before the next content came out. You couldn't even do it. So basically, you have to pay money to be able to get to your gear to the highest possible rating it could be before the next raid came out. So it's like, that's pretty amazing. That would be like saying in classic World of Warcraft, it's so difficult to finish, you know, Molten Core that you're never going to finish it before the next raid comes out. It's just impossible. Without maybe buying your money, without swiping your credit card and buying like stuff that helps your gear get better. You know, and that's basically what he was saying. Anyways, let's check this out.
Made for the masses. I had always looked at Souls games as a niche experience that is absolutely not made for the masses. I'm actually very happy for From Software, though, and it's really cool to know that there are so many new players that are coming into this style of game for their very first time, and do note that this is a very unique style of RPG. So in this video, I'm going to lay out a few things and hopefully let you know before you make your purchase whether or not you're going to be someone that hates Elden Ring. Let's jump right in. Number 1. You will hate Elden Ring if frustration is something you never want to experience in your likely limited gaming time. And this is actually completely understandable.
Yeah.
Frustration is not necessarily always a bad thing, though, and as the good old saying goes, good things in life don't come easy. For this particular point, I'm going to focus on combat difficulty. I would say for around 80 to 90% of experienced Souls players, Elden Ring on an overall level is still a challenging game, especially when relative to many other RPGs. And for players that are new to the Souls genre, since you don't have much to compare it to, almost all of you will experience extreme difficulty, especially on the first half of your journey as you're trying to learn how everything works. Before you buy Elden Ring, you need to be okay with the fact that, well, it's not really a fact, but it's damn close to being a fact, that you will die 10, 20, 50, 100 plus times, perhaps even more, to a single enemy in the game. The vast majority of deaths will likely be from bosses and mini-bosses, or from cliffs if you're like me. Thanks again, Dragon, for earlier. Kevin says a little late, had to... Oh shit, he saw me. Oh, no! Oh my god! Like me. Thanks again, Dragon, for earlier. Kevin says a little late, had to... Oh shit, he saw me. Oh, no! Oh my god! But you should even expect the possibility of crazy high death counts from regular mobs that you come across in the open world. Please keep in mind that in this video, I'm a rather high-level character hanging out in the more starter areas of the game because I didn't want to give away too many spoilers. Even when you start learning how the combat works, some of the enemies in this game, especially if you're new to the genre, will just not sit well with your style of play, or perhaps even with the build that you're going with, and you're going to die. If you're not okay with the possibility of dying 50 times to one enemy, Elden Ring is probably not the game for you. And the reason why some players greatly enjoy this, including myself, is because the majority of your deaths should not be meaningless, pointless BS deaths. Every time you get sent to the grave, you enter Valhalla with more knowledge than you had before on the opponent that sent you there. At least that's what you should be doing. On top of gaining more knowledge, we can't forget that you have to combine that knowledge with the execution phase. You might die 20 times and finally feel like you've learned an enemy's abilities, animations, and reactions, but then you have to execute and perform, and sometimes with very little room for error. When you do finally get the kill, most of the time you have really earned it. It's a feeling like no other. You overcame a challenge that very few other games in existence are willing to present to you, because most game companies are afraid, and probably rightly so, that gamers will go running away from their game if things are not easily given to them. There are no difficulty levels in Elden Ring on your first playthrough, but I will say that there are ways to make combat easier for you, and you can do this by looking up OP build guides, weapons, magic, ashes of war, and you can of course also just follow YouTube guides and how-to videos.
See, I don't like that. And I've done it. I've gone and looked for just to try to find a build that, with a sword and shield in Elden Ring that I thought would be fun. And I followed a few steps of Fextra Life's video, and it was helpful. But I feel like that I feel like that sucks. If you're playing a game like Elden Ring, you shouldn't look for somebody else telling you how to play the game. And again, I feel like FOMO is coming into play here. I feel like the way video games are in today's world is that everybody's so worried about what other people are going to think of you. Because at least if you're someone who has a lot of friends who plays video games, or if you're someone who streams video games, you're afraid that you don't want to look like you're a bad player. You don't want to look like other people are progressing faster than you. And because of that, people are going to run to the internet and try to find out everything they can on how to play the game. And I just think that's a sad and a bad way to do it, because it's more fun to experience stuff and learn stuff on your own than to have someone just tell you. It's like, what fun is it if someone just says, "Oh, just do this," It's the exploration and the discovery and figuring things out is what makes it more enjoyable. So, like I said, I think Elden Ring is a good game, but I think it's definitely still a fairly niche game. I don't think everybody's gonna really like it as much, but maybe we'll see. Maybe I think it will bring a lot more people into that genre though, because they're gonna try to force themselves to get good at it. I'm interested. My friend, I bought the PlayStation 5 Collector's Edition because I wanted the art book and the statue, and I've got the statue here on my desk. And yeah, I was disappointed with the art book because it's not even a full-size book. It's like, it's like a little bit bigger than like a diary. I would have thought it would have been more like the Burning Crusades art book. So if you look, I was very disappointed with the size of the art book. And I don't think that you're going to be able to see, because they'll just show you a picture of this, and so you can see it's very thin. There's not a lot of pages to it. I was very disappointed, honestly, and the quality of the images I don't think were very good either. You can see here they're just like prints, and they're not very good. I was very, very disappointed with the quality of this book. If you go to For example, if you go to like the Burning Crusade Collector's Edition art book, which I have in my behind me here, it's a much more full-size book. It's too bad they don't have like pictures inside, but it's a full-size hardback, hardcover book, and it's a much thicker. Like you can see even here, you can see that just by the shadow it's casting on the table, that it's about 4 or 5 times thicker than the Elden Ring book, and that's kind of more of what I was expecting, and it's not what I got. So, yeah, so pretty disappointed with. And you can see here, just look at the size of the art book compared to the box size. So I have this whole Burning Crusade Collectors. I have this in my closet here on the shelves, in the bookshelf I have in my closet. But you can see that this book is almost the full size of the whole box set. So it's pretty big. It's a normal like a Dungeons and Dragons book. If you ever have like a Dungeons and Dragons Player's Handbook, it's that size, and it's about as thick as that too. And so very happy and impressed with that. But yeah, the Elden Ring Collector's Edition was very lackluster in my opinion.
Ashes of War, and you can of course also just follow.
And so, yeah, what I want to say is just, I think going online, I think if you have to go online and research everything, and one of the things that really irritated me about Elden Ring is it doesn't really give you much direction, which I don't have a problem with that, but I felt like, I do have a problem with it if it's not intuitive. Like, there should be a little bit more direction in the world, it just felt very haphazard. It felt like, we're just going to throw some sort of a quest hub over here, and we'll just lead you there after you get to a certain level or after you talk to a certain shrine or something. I think my biggest problem with Elden Ring is I'm an MMO player, and after playing 20 plus years of games like World of Warcraft, I appreciate having real cities and real town and lots of NPCs to talk to, and I appreciate all those things. Even if you play a game like Skyrim or you play a game like The Witcher 3, they all have really good, stories, and it's easy to kind of get involved in those stories. And I felt like Elden Ring didn't have any of that to me. It felt pretty disjointed. So I'm a little confused myself at why people think it's such a great game. I think it's a good game, but I wouldn't even say it's a great game. But, I think it's like, he says it's a niche game. For certain people are going to appreciate these games more than other people.
Follow YouTube guides and how-to videos, but generally speaking, before you buy Elden Ring, know what type of gamer that you are. I have many friends that love the challenge of games, and also many friends that if they die more than 2 times, they are going to rage quit and they're not having a good time with their experience. And it's okay to be either one of these because your enjoyment of a game is really all that matters. Number 2. You will hate Elden Ring if you want a game to hold your hand. Now, it probably seems like I'm painting that in a negative light, and perhaps I am just a little bit, but I don't really mean it that way. There's a wide spectrum of what holding your hand can look like in a video game.
There is.
Several games that I enjoy that would fall on all different levels of the hand-holding spectrum.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, however, is 1.5 miles below this spectrum.
Yeah, it doesn't
give
you anything.
You will rarely, if ever, get quest markers on your map telling you exactly where to go. The closest you're going to get to this is at the resting points, which are called Sites of Grace. And at these locations, sometimes you will see golden rays pointing in a general direction of main storyline objectives, which are basically the main bosses that you have to kill to progress the actual story. For the quests, you will not get a quest journal.
And I don't want a quest journal, and I don't want a quest marker, and I didn't have any problem with that. I did have a problem with stuff like buffs being applied to your character or debuffs, and there was no tooltip. So it'd be nice to be able to see a tooltip that says, even just says what it is. Oh, you have poison damage or something, and maybe to see how much damage it's ticking for. There was a lot of stuff like that, like where I was getting buffs on my character, and I had no idea why. I didn't understand what they were there for, and there was no information at all. Like, I saw icons on my character, and I think someone in my stream had to tell me what it meant. And they only knew because they'd played lots of Dark Souls games, but there was no information. So that was weird. That'd be like in WoW having like a buff down here, but it's just a picture. And if I move over, like see here, I move over this mace, and it says, oh, plus 30 spell damage, rock biter buff, and that's what this is. It's the rock biter buff. Or like here, if I go, what's another buff? I don't think I have any other really buffs here. Like see here, stone skin. So I hover over this image, and it tells me reduces melee damage. So you don't even have that. Like there's an icon that showed up on my character in Elden Ring, and when I hover over it, there's no tooltip. There's nothing. It's just nothing. So it's like, okay, there's a picture there, but I don't have any idea why it's there or what it means. And I don't even have to. It doesn't even have to tell me what it's doing. Even if it just said stone skin, and that's all it said, then I would have appreciated that, because at least that's something, you know. At least that's something. But it didn't even do that. So that was a little infuriating, to be honest. But I'm still playing Elden Ring. I'm still playing it like once or twice a week. I'm still going in there and playing it. And what I'm doing is I'm just getting, good with the combat. I think, but it's, I don't know. Every time I play it, I think like what Wolf says, if you get frustrated easy, and I don't think of myself as someone who gets frustrated easy. But I do think I'm an older person. I'm 52 years old. And so I don't want to waste. The thing is, when you get to be my age, and this, you guys will find this out when you get to be older, you don't really want to waste a lot of time. Like, you want to feel like you're progressing, because I'm married and I have a wife, and I can't sit around and play games like 24/7 like some people can. And so if you feel like you play a game for 2 or 3 hours and you haven't progressed, that's what's frustrating. It's not that you're dying. I don't care if I die, but if you're not getting any progression in 2 or 3 hours, you feel like you haven't gone anywhere, then you don't really want to play that game, because you just don't want to waste that much time of your life at this point in your life. I mean, I'm 52. I don't want to play a game for 3 hours and feel like I didn't get anything out of it. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain that feeling until you get to be older. But that's why I think this game is a little bit better for people that are younger, have more time on their hands, because they're not going to be as frustrated by that it may take some time to get past certain bosses or whatever. And I hate to say a game's not an old man person's game, but in a way, it really isn't good for people who are older, who don't want to waste a bunch of time just trying to figure something out like that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. What else do I need? Babe?
Lovely.
Speaking of the devil, my wife just came in, was showing me something. But it's weird, in today's world of streamers. One thing I've found out, which is something that's new, is because the world is so connected because of the internet, that people that are in a certain area of gaming, like me, who love like MMOs and RPGs, we all tend to watch the same video channels. We all tend to get interested in the same types of games, and because of that, there's a feeling of like a pressure of like, everybody loves this game, so I should be trying that game out. I should be playing that game. And if I don't like that game, but everybody else likes that game, you almost feel like, man, is there something wrong with me? You know what I mean? It's weird. It's a weird feeling. Like, I mean, for me to play Elden Ring and not really like it that much, it's interesting, because I'm like, well, everybody else says this is great and they like it, but when I play it, I really don't like it. And it's not just the difficulty factor. It's just, the world itself seems kind of dead to me. Like, there's not a lot in it, a lot of stuff that's there is hidden, so that's a different thing. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's not like an MMO. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, Elden Ring is not an MMO. It's not even close. And I could really pick it apart because I really don't like how the crafting works. I don't like the UI. I don't like the weapon swapping, how the weapon swapping works. I don't like the fact that I don't have a hotbar. I don't like the way the camera moves. I mean, I could really tell you all the things I don't like about it, and I guess I just kind of did. But there's a lot more things in the game that I don't like about it. So, but it sucks because I really hoped that I would like it. I think it's one of those things where I bought that game wanting to really like it, and I found out that yeah, I don't. Nah, don't. Let's see if we can finish this guy's Wolf's video because like I said, I like Wolfheart.
There's no dialogue, chat history, archive. And on top of that, some of the NPCs might not even offer you the chance for them to repeat some of the things that they told you to do. Not to mention, they also sometimes just speak in riddles. Yep. Most of this, I think, is very well done in this game, but there are a few instances that I personally think From Software could have done a better job. But that's not what this video is about. I'm here to tell you what the game is. You will be put into the open world, and at times you'll look out and have no idea where you need to go. This game forces exploration, true exploration. It puts a new meaning into game exploration.
Yeah, exploration
and there's
is
something
good.
so pure and beautiful about this, in my opinion, but it's also just not a style that's meant for everyone. This brings us right into number 3, which is similar to number 2. You will hate Elden Ring if you only like games that present their narrative through long cutscenes, such as games like The Witcher and Dragon Age. You'll hate Elden Ring if you like games that tell their narrative through constant interactions, oftentimes long ones, with NPCs, such as games like Skyrim. And I'll even say Baldur's Gate 3 here because my channel has a heavy focus on that game. And you will hate Elden Ring if you need, like I said in point number 2, a journal that keeps track of everything going on in the story. Elden Ring tells their narrative through a rather small amount of cutscenes, few NPC interactions, and short ones at that when compared to many other.
Huh? Yeah. Probably. It's on the way right now. He just finished a few minutes ago. Yep, he's almost to Roosevelt. Be here in a couple minutes. Yeah, my wife was wanted to know on our food. We have a food delivery coming. So yeah, I think one of the things in Elden Ring is, and what Wolfheart. And if you guys haven't subscribed to Wolfheart's channel, you definitely should. I like his content, and I think his delivery, and he just seems like a cool person. I wish he had better T-shirts because maybe I'll buy one of his T-shirts. Let's take a look. I like to support the streamers that I like. He's got some interesting ones. Got Dice. Die 20, Dungeons & Dragons. Oh, he's got a blue one. I go, that's a pretty cool shirt. Maybe I'll buy that one. But he does a good job.
RPGs, they tell it through environmental storytelling, through items that you pick up, mysterious clues that you find when you're wandering the world. I think you guys get the picture. The main objective of the game is clear if you just pay attention in the beginning, but after that, the game is not going to hold your hand and walk you through the entirety of the story. You are the story, and you will likely experience it in a different way than other players, and you'll also likely just piece things together differently. Now, if you're someone that says Elden Ring has no story or lore, go watch the channel Vidya, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, and he's a YouTuber who has basically made a living off of telling the stories of all of the Souls games. That would be pretty hard to do if no story existed. Number 4, you will hate Elden Ring.
Maybe we'll watch the videos by this Vidya guy and see what the story's about.
If you buy it expecting your typical multiplayer co-op experience. Yes, Elden Ring can be played with up to 4 players, however it's not as simple as sending a Steam invite or grouping up in a matchmaking lobby, and it's certainly not just drop-in, drop-out co-op. Elden Ring co-op is built around the concept of summoning other players into your world, or them summoning you, through the use of a variety of items, some of which are consumables and not infinite in supply, at least in your inventory, although when you learn how to do all of this, it becomes a lot easier. I won't get into all of the details in this video, But in short, if you want to play with friends, you have to set a password. That's already an extra step that many gamers are not used to. Then you have to lay down a summoning sign. Then your friends have to find that summoning sign in their own world near the location that you placed it. And once they find it, they can then come into your world. On top of that, do note that you can't use your torrent or your horse when playing multiplayer, and this game has quite a large world. You also can't enter dungeons that have a fog gate. You have to resummon when you're in the dungeon, and if your friend or friends die, they go back to their own world and you have to resummon. Now, I might have gotten a little...
Wow, that would be a pain in the butt, because you die a lot in Elden Ring, so if anybody dies in your group and then you have to resummon them every single time they die, that would really slow things down. I never looked at Elden Ring as a game that I wanted to play with other people. To me, it's just a single-player game. I mean, some people may want to play a game like this with friends, and that's fine, but for me, it's just a single-player game. You know, I treat it as like a Skyrim, just single-player. In fact, what was really interesting in Elden Ring is the character models in Elden Ring look they reminded me so much of Skyrim. Like, just the way they looked, the way they moved was very Skyrim-esque.
bit of that info wrong, as I've not co-opted myself and I'm not an expert in that area, but it's important to understand that there is a process to it. If you're buying Elden Ring for the sole purpose of easy co-op with friends, just please do your research on it before purchasing. Number 5, and the last one on this list, you will hate Elden Ring if you buy it on PC and do not have a controller. Now, obviously, I'm joking a little bit.
Okay, well, he said you will hate Elden Ring if you buy it on PC and don't have a controller. Okay, well, I did buy it on PC and I don't have a controller because I don't use controllers. Ever. I don't play console games. Last time I played console was PlayStation 1. I haven't played console since. I have no desire to play console games. The only time I ever wanted to play a console game was when Breath of the Wild came out, because I really wanted to play Breath of the Wild, but, you know, I didn't sink the money in to buy, but...
here, and it's not going to be true for everyone, but I have seen a lot of players that want refunds because of the mouse and keyboard experience alone.
It is bad. It is bad.
Said, there are also plenty of mouse and keyboard players who are doing fine, and I also tried it out a few times on my gaming laptop, and it felt like it was something that I could get used to. But overall, it does seem like the majority of the Souls community would agree that, at the very least, the game is better designed for controller.
Yeah,
so you might want to just consider this before you make your purchase. On top of that, do your research on PC performance, because as of now, March 10th of 2022, random FPS drops still exist. They only last usually a couple seconds, and from what I understand, this is mostly from the anti-cheat software that runs when you play the game. For myself, the random FPS drops don't happen that much, and like I said, they only last like a second. And
yeah, they don't happen to me too much. I haven't experienced the random FPS drops much. The games run really good on my computer. But yeah, the game does not... I just don't think it plays real good for a controller. I just don't think that the way the game's set up is set up for a controller. I mean, for a keyboard and mouse. Which is too bad, because I hate controllers. I don't want to use a controller, so... I mean, I don't like the sticks. I don't like turning with a controller. I like using a mouse and a keyboard. I like being able to just spin the screen really fast, you know, like as fast as I want with the mouse. That's what I like, you know. So I think one of the reasons I struggle with Elden Ring is well, most of the reasons I struggle with it is the controls. But I also struggle with the fact that the dodge roll in Elden Ring is not a true iframe, because I've displayed many times on stream about how in Elden Ring I'm dodging and I'm still getting hit, and it's not a I'm getting hit because the ability can't be dodged. I mean, all abilities can be dodged. I mean, they can all be dodged, but it's just I'm actually in my roll. Like, my character's still on the ground rolling, and the mob hits near me and it does damage. Whereas if I was in that same roll position maybe a fraction of a second earlier in that same roll, the ability doesn't do damage. So to me, that it's not a true iframe. It's not an invulnerability frame. It's not like for let's say the animation for the dodge roll takes 1.2 seconds, and during that 1.2 seconds you are completely immune from all damage. That is not the way Elden Ring works, and I really dislike that. And that's just because I'm used to iframes, so I don't really quite understand what is going on with the dodge roll. I don't understand if it's I know it's not really a latency issue. I don't believe it is, because I have a very, very fast internet and I don't see any latency. I just think it's the way the dodge roll works. I think there's... I just think the animation isn't... Even when the animation isn't quite finished, you're still... you can still get hit. So there's something that, and that just has to be something you play with and get used to the timing factor. And I haven't got used to it yet, so it bothers me visually because I see me still rolling on the ground and I see me taking damage, and I'm like, why am I taking damage when I'm in the middle of a dodge roll? But anyways, whatever. That's just one of the things about the game I don't like. But I'm used to dodge rolling being in vulnerability frames, iframes, like Terra or Guild Wars 2, you know, or Vindictus, or I could list off tons of games. You know, Continent of the Ninth Seal is another one. Black Desert is another one. Blade and Soul is another one. You know, all these games I've played have invulnerability frames that make you completely invulnerable during the length of those abilities. But in Elden Ring, it doesn't seem to work that way. Anyways, we're level 10. I think we can probably skip any more quests on this island. I just wanted to get to level 10 in Asia Mist Island, and then we're gonna skedaddle. Let me check out my food order. Okay, I gotta take a quick break because the food order looks like they dropped the food off. I gotta grab it. I will be back in a couple minutes. All right, I'm back. I got the food, put the food away. I had to get some more ice and stuff. The temperature has dropped. It must, what is it? It is now 61 degrees in Florida. When I woke up this morning, it was 76 degrees in Florida, and it's now 60. And it's continuing to drop. It's amazing to see the temperature drop so much, so fast. All right, so I think we've done most of the quest. Let's turn this quest in, and then I think I'm pretty much going to skedaddle out of here. Bye. We'll see if we can go to a different... Get out of this starter zone. I'm not a big fan of the starting Draenei zone. I probably should have just turned on the music here because I've never really listened to the music on this island too often because I never play a shaman.
Greetings. For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
Alright, we'll go ahead and try to do this quest, I guess. Maybe? Should I do this quest? I don't know. Nah, I don't feel like doing this quest. Let's just head over to Village here. We'll head to get the flight path if there is one. There is. Yeah, we'll grab the flight path here. And then I don't know if I'm going to pick up any professions. Like I picked up herbalism, but I don't know if I'm going to pick up any more than that. For right now.
Remain vigilant. May you find what you seek. Safe journey. May the light embrace you.
I guess we can go ahead and level up our first aid.
The game is still in a very hack and slash. That is completely false, and that's the reason why this player is not good at this game. It's all revealed to us right here in this comment. There's no doubt that Elden Ring has had a phenomenal first week, and that goes for reviews and sales alike. It seems like fans are extremely satisfied with From Software's take on the open world genre. While still in 3,000 reviews, it averages out to be mostly positive, which is really good for a game. And then over on Google reviews, you can see that the average is 4.3 stars or a 4-star. Now, the interesting thing about the Google reviews, as you guys can see, there's something going on here. The majority of the reviews are either 5 or 1, and there's very few in the 4-3 in 2 ratings. And I don't really like to see this because it makes you wonder if these reviews are actually objective reviews, or are all the 5 stars just Souls fanboys and all of the 1 stars people that couldn't get past the first enemy that they came across in the game and then they ended up rage quitting. So I do kind of wish there was more in the middle, but this is also a little bit more fun for this video. As you guys can see, I am going to blur out the names of these individuals because I don't want to spread hate at any one person. And if you want to offer your opinion on these opinions, feel free to do so in the comment section, but try to be respectful. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. There's no reason to make this a hate-filled comment section. And also understand that people have different opinions. That you have to understand the definition of what an opinion is, and it doesn't mean that somebody's wrong if they don't align with the way that you view something. All right, so the first review here, I'm not going to read everything.
Okay, I'm actually going to read this and give you my opinions because...
in every single review, but I will read a few sentences.
Okay, so he says the mouse movement is so jittery. I agree with this. It is actually very jittery. Like when you play Elden Ring, it's not the smooth, like it's not as smooth. Like when you play, that's another thing that, because I played WoW for so long, I'm really spoiled. Because WoW has some of the smoothest turning in a game. I mean, when you're in WoW and you're turning and you're moving, it's so smooth. It's silky smooth. Look at how when I jump, look how smooth it is. Like I'm casting a spell, like I can't really cast a spell now. I can cast this one, you know. And if I want to move right at the end of that spell, it actually worked, which is kind of cool. But it's so smooth. And then if we go into Elden Ring and you start like going into Elden Ring and just doing this, it is not like smooth at all. It's very jittery. It kind of jumps around. It's not. I mean, if you purposely make it smooth, you can. Like if you hold it down and you move like this. But if you do any kind of quick twitches with the mouse, like even just like what I'm doing here. You can see how I'm kind of twitching the mouse left and right, but it still looks smooth. But in Elden Ring, it wouldn't. It would be very jittery. And so I can completely understand when this guy says the mouse movement is so jittery. That is true. It is very jittery. It'll make you motion sick even though it's still sensitive. Yeah, the sensitivity is really weird. Half the keys aren't explained for the keyboard. That is, again, that's true. The key binding's really kind of weird. Writing on torrent with a target lock, yeah, if you try to look sideways at the camera, yeah, the target lock is really bad. I don't like the target lock in this game. I mean, it's funny. I mean, a lot of this stuff I agree with so far. The target lock is a really horrible mechanic. You can't even... Like, let's say you're in combat with a mob and he's beating your ass. If you want to run away from that mob, it's almost impossible to get away unless you release the target lock. It's like the target lock's whole... It's like the target lock puts a rubber band between you and the enemy. And if you try to move away, it tries to pull you back. It's really weird. I've never played a game like that. If you try to look sideways, the camera constantly fights with you to look straight. Very true. Hence, you can't see anything. Strong attacks are also delayed after you press a key while on horseback. Okay, I'm not going to comment on that. That's whatever. In order to use pouch or swap weapon or magic, I have to hold E and press arrow keys at the same time. I got 104 keys on the keyboard, but I have to take my hands off the mouse in the middle of an impossible fight to press arrow keys to use a pouch. This is, again, now you can change the key bindings, but I do think that the way it's set up in Elden Ring is pretty poor. Let's go ahead and see what he says.
On PC, it's really the Dark Souls torture experience. Well, yes, on everything, any Dark Souls game is a torture experience. The mouse movement is so jittery. Now, I don't play on mouse and keyboard myself.
It is
I
jittery.
tried it for a little bit, so I can't really speak on this too well, but I do know a lot of mouse and keyboard players, and I haven't heard anyone say that it's jittery, aside from the actual drops in FPS, and we'll talk about...
So what he's saying by it's jittery is that when you move the mouse quickly, the screen doesn't have kind of a smooth rotation to it. I'll see if I can show you guys, because I think this is. I think it's interesting. I mean, I think this review, and I think a lot of people. To me, it feels like. I don't know. I think it's where you're coming from. If all you've ever played is Dark Souls games, then everything's going to be great. But if you've played different games like me, like World of Warcraft or certain things, I don't, it's kind of like that whole adage of, like if you grew up your whole life drinking, red, white, and blue beer, you might think it's great beer, right? But someone who grew up their whole life drinking, like, maybe like, it's just a high quality beer. Maybe they drank Guinness, for example. Or maybe you grew up drinking, like, Mickey's Big Mouth malt liquor, and then someone else grew up drinking, like, Guinness. You may think that your beer is really good because that's all you know. But someone who drinks, like, Guinness may think Guinness is great. And then if you start drinking Guinness, you may realize, oh my god, this is so much better than this crappy Mickey's Big Mouth, right? I think to me, that's partly what's going on with Elden Ring for me. It's like, I'm used to a very smooth combat experience. I'm used to a very responsive, smooth experience. I don't want this weird locking that's preventing me from doing things. It's not something I've ever experienced before in a game. So it feels very jarring. It feels very weird. I'm used to being able to easily keybind. I'm being able to easily keybind stuff, you know, to whatever keys I want. But you come to Elden Ring and you don't have these options. Like, so when he talks about jittery, this is what he's talking about. Like if I move, it's not smooth because the way the camera works, right? So let's say I'm running, you know, and you can just see it's kind of jittery. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. So, but you can see just because of the acceleration that it's jittery. And now you could go in and change the acceleration probably and turn it way down. But once I do that, it becomes too slow. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm moving the screen really fast. But I think the reason it feels jittery, and this is one thing that I've commented on in Dark Souls games. Ooh, I didn't know that dragon was down there. This is one of those things I've commented. Where am I? Oh, okay, I know where I'm at. I actually forgot that I'd saved the game at a different point. This is one of those things that I've commented on Dark Souls games before. It's the camera. It's not a locked camera. It's not a locked third-person camera, and I really dislike it. In fact, I hate it. So when you're moving, notice how when I'm moving, there's two different types of things going on here. One is that when I change directions, there's a delay before my character starts moving in that direction, right? The other is that when I'm moving, like moving forward and then trying to strafe right, the camera's turning. See what's happening here? The camera's turning. Okay, notice the difference here. I'm pushing forward and strafing right in WoW, and I'm moving in a straight diagonal, right? It's a straight diagonal. The camera's not turning. I'm just moving at an angle. But in Dark Souls, I do the exact same thing. I move forward and strafe right, and the camera's turning. So this is not a strafe key, this is a turn key. And so that's one thing that, and so do they not have strafe? So I don't think they have strafe in Dark Souls, and that's something that I didn't realize until just now, which is something that I don't like. I want to be able to strafe. So see, there's no strafe. There's move left and there's move right. This really is turn left, turn right. Now, what's bad about that, if you're used to a game like this, is WoW has turn left and turn right too, right? But when you hold down the mouse button, so like if I go key bindings, right here, where's turn? I don't even know where turn left is. Let's see, action button. Here, movement. So here's turn. I don't use turn left or right, but let's say I say turn right is E. Okay. So turn right turns, right? But if you turn and hold the right mouse button down, you're strafing, right? So I can simulate the same thing just by pushing forward, turning, and holding down the right mouse button, and I'm doing the exact same thing as I was doing before. I'm moving forward at an angle. I'm moving diagonally between 1 and 3 o'clock or whatever. So I'm moving towards 2 o'clock. So that is how it works, and that's how most MMOs work, right? That's how most of them work. Ooh, sorry. Let's make this move strafe right. Yeah, let's fix that before I forget. Okay, so this is just straight up strafe right. So Dark Souls doesn't have that, right? There's no, well, there's no strafe left, strafe right. There's this, which is really awkward. It's like you're strafing and turning at the same time. Okay? So that right there makes the game feel really awkward to me because I've never played a game that does this. There's either turn, which turn does this. Most games have turn, which does this. Or they have strafe, which does this. Now, and again, you can strafe, but notice what the camera does. Notice how when I'm strafing, it moves the camera. It like puts my character off to the right side of the screen. And to get my character to strafe right, I actually have to hold right mouse click down and move my mouse to the left. So if I hold it down and do this, it's still going to turn. But if I go hold down, move right, and then hold down right click and move the mouse to the left, I can kind of simulate strafing right. But again, it's not smooth. Because notice how when I'm doing it, the camera's moving kind of up and down. See the camera kind of moving? You can see it just by looking at like the compass at the top. Notice how the compass is bouncing. See how the compass is kind of going up? So it doesn't look good. The character moves down to the bottom right of the screen. And the other thing I really dislike about Dark Souls is you can't move the camera back. So you're fighting bosses that are the size of a freaking city building, taking up. I mean, you're looking at their leg because they're so huge, and they do that on purpose because they're trying to make it feel like epic. I don't like that. And again, this is just what I'm used to. So I don't like the way the movement works in this game. I don't see how it's. When he says jittery, this is what he's talking about. He's talking about how when you change directions quickly, see how it kind of jumps around? And it's very hard not to get the camera to jump around. I can try to do it if I'm just... This is about as smooth as I can make this turning left and right look. If I'm moving the mouse at the same time, right? So I'm moving the mouse left and right while I'm turning left and right. And you can see it just looks jittery. And if I'm in combat and I'm dodging like this, you know, it's... Because the camera's so close to the character, and because if you move the mouse forward and back, it just jumps around, you know? And if I do any kind of quick stuff, you know, any kind of like, let's say I want to dodge right and quickly like spin the camera or something to someone like maybe behind me, like this, you know, that actually turned out pretty good that time. But it could look a little weird. I mean, you can see how the character dodges right into the camera. See how it's dodging into the camera? If I turn this camera fast, it's like my guy's dodging, so it really is obscuring my vision. Okay? And because you can't move the camera back, and because the terrain also affects the camera, like if I'm on a flat surface, it's not going to look so bad. But because I'm on a decline, it looks worse. So here, if I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to dodge and then turn the camera, it's not going to be quite... No, actually, no, it still is. I take that back. It's not quite as bad. It's dodging more left to the right of the camera. Whereas when I was on the incline, it seemed to be dodging more at the camera. But all of these things... No, it's probably just the angle that I was at. All of these things, if you haven't played a game where it works like this, it's going to feel really awkward. And these are the things that bother me. These are the things that I don't like because I'm not used to playing a game that has a right movement that's basically a strafe and a turn wrapped in one. I don't think I've ever played a game that does this, where you're strafing and turning with one key press. Okay, that's kind of odd. And like I said before, the dodge mechanic is weird because I'll dodge, and even at the end when I'm still getting up off the ground, I get hit, so that's kind of odd. So let's go back to... Anyways, so let's go back to this review. Oh, here, let's kill this game. But when I played the first Dark Souls, because there was a lot of hype around the first and the second one, and I also why do I come back to the UI? Do I have to click continue? Like why do I have to click a button? Like why not just bring this menu up? Why do I have to hit a button to go to this menu? Really stupid.
About that.
So that's what the jittery is. I know exactly what this guy's saying about jittery, which it's the camera's moving around a lot. It's kind of going up and down and left and right and in your face. It's just not a smooth, you know, like it's not like this. It's not like where I'm jumping and, you know, it feels much smoother, you know. This is a very smooth, you know, I can make it very smooth. You know, quick spins of the camera don't feel like doesn't feel quite so jittery. You know, your feet feel very planted to the ground. You know, I don't have a character that has a dodge. I could go in Guild Wars 2 and it would feel just as smooth.
A little bit. It'll make you motion sick even on the slowest sensitivity, so yeah, that really sucks. If he's feeling sick while playing this game, it's definitely not for him. I do understand where he's coming from, because once you start spinning around the boss, you start panicking, you're dodging in circles and circles, it can make you feel a little sick, but I would take a guess that the majority of people are not motion sick from the Dark Souls games. Half the keys aren't explained for the keyboard, and then a little bit lower, he also talks about just the keys being weird for this game, and I do agree with this. I think that From Software Software kind of left out the mouse and keyboard players, which is unfortunate because this game did come out on PC, and a lot of new players are coming in. They've never even used a controller. When
you release a game simultaneously on the PC platform and the PlayStation or on the console platform, to me that means that you've done your due diligence to make the game good for both platforms. But I don't think From Software did this. I think they just said, here's the console version, which is great. It's the way the console players want it, and we're just going to throw this PC version out there, and yeah, this works good enough. That's all they did.
Have a controller for PC, and things just are not explained well for mouse and keyboard, and you also just see a bunch of controller schemes and pop-ups throughout the game, and that shouldn't pop up if you're using mouse and keyboard. So I think From Software could have done much better in this regard. Riding on a torrent with target lock, and the torrent is your horse, if you try to look sideways, the camera constantly fights you to look straight, hence you can't see anything. Yes, when you target lock onto something, you're locked onto that target, so you can't look straight if the enemy's not in front of you because you're locked onto the target. So this doesn't quite make too much sense. And
well, no, he's okay. So he's okay. I'm gonna disagree with Wolf here. What's happening is the person who gave this review is an MMOer. You can just tell, because if I go into World of Warcraft again, in any MMO, and it doesn't have to. I think the person who's leaving that review is definitely an MMO player, because you can target lock onto an enemy in any MMO, right? And it doesn't affect you in any way. If I hit tab key, well, I can't on them because I can target lock by clicking him, but I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Good. Okay, I just wasn't close enough. So I hit the tab key. I'm target locked onto this buck, right? And so it's not going to affect me in any way. I mean, I can turn, I can move, but I don't lose my target. So the person who's giving this review is saying, why am I target locked and it's completely preventing me from turning my camera? And I think that's a valid point. He's Wolf is saying, well, he's kind of acting like it's not a valid point, but I think it's a 100% valid point.
To the target, so this doesn't quite make too much sense. Yeah,
he's saying it doesn't make too much sense. It makes perfect sense.
So when you target lock onto something, you're locked onto that target, so you can't look straight if the enemy's not in front.
Okay, so the thing is, in this game, and maybe in the other Dark Souls games, I don't know, I haven't played them, but when you target lock, it completely changes your experience, okay? It puts you in a mode where, like, if the enemy's moving to your right, it automatically turns you to face the enemy. I don't like this. I think it's a horrible mechanic. To me, it's like the game is now playing for you. And it is, because when the mob moves to your right, it's turning you to face the mob. The game is playing for you. You didn't turn your character, the game did. You know what I mean? What's up, Lion Bay? How's it going? So, I understand Wolf's point of view. He's probably saying, well, this is just how target lock works in this game. But the person who wrote this review is probably not someone, Space Goat. It is a Space Goat. Space Goat, yeah, wizard. So.
Front of you because you're locked onto the target, so this doesn't quite make too much sense. And the last thing I'll mention in this particular review is right here, where this player says, the longer I play, the more unintuitive things I find. Like, you can equip everything in the equipment menu except for magic spells. So I'm going to stop it right there and just say that spells are not equipment. You can find a spell or learn a spell and you can see the icon for it, but it's not actual equipment. It requires memorization from your character. You have to go to the campfire and select spells to equip or change them. Yes, this is true. This is how spell memorization works. Like I said, you go to the campfire and then...
Also, the entire menu was made by a kindergarten who sneezed all the buttons on the screen. Nothing makes sense. I had to go in 3 separate menus just to change something simple. Airtech said we should pay kidney for 21 is capped at 60 FPS. Well, who cares about that? I think this is funny. I may check this. So this poor guy has got an RTX 3080, which is better than my video card, and he can't run the game as good as me. So I guess I'm pretty happy I got my 2060 Super because it runs Elden Ring a hell of a lot better than some of these people with their 3080s. The game is unpolished too, like it will show full running animations while you're facing the wall. Like a game from like a game from 3 decades ago. The game might be the best ever on console, but they made zero effort to make this playable. I do think they didn't make enough of an effort to make it playable on PC. Developers cared about the PC gamers. Yeah. So yeah, whatever. So a lot of things he says in this review are actually very true. I think Wolf doesn't give him credit a little bit on some of this stuff because you have to look at it from the point of view of someone who's never played the Dark Souls games. You have to take it from the point of view of someone who's probably used to MMOs. Who's probably used to games like World of Warcraft. Because a lot of people are going to play Elden Ring. Again, I talked about this like 30, 40, 50 minutes ago. Where I said the reason Dark Souls was so... Or the reason Elden Ring, excuse me, was so successful or has been so successful is because games like World of Warcraft are so shitty right now where they've driven away their player base. There's millions of MMO players out there right now looking for something to play. So Elden Ring comes out, it promises a huge, massive fantasy open world with interesting combat. Of course they're going to try it. But it isn't really meant for those types of players because they're used to a completely different type of control-based system. And you're really gimping them on the PC version. Maybe it works on console, but on a PC version it doesn't work very well. And so I understand this guy's pain because I feel the same pain when I play the game. I'm like, oh man, this UI sucks. The screen is kind of jittery. I can't move the camera back. There's not a lot of direction in the game, which is fine. I mean, Skyrim does. You can play Skyrim with no direction, but the cool thing about Skyrim is you can easily find direction. You can walk into a town and just start talking to people. You can't really do that in Elden Ring. You just have to wander aimlessly. There was a big streamer who just rage quit Elden Ring because he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. He's like, I'm done with this game. Fuck this. And this is because what he was saying was true. It's like you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. So you have to be patient and just run around and stumble across a rock and stub your toe and oh shit, look, there's something on the ground, it's gonna tell me something. So yeah, I don't think the game's for me, right? And there's a lot of reasons why I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 game. I think the people that are giving it 10 out of 10 are people that are probably Dark Souls fans. Someone who's never played a Dark Souls game come into that game, gives it 10 out of 10. Yeah, maybe they weren't an hardcore MMO player. But I think any person who's played MMOs for a long time and who's never played a Dark Souls game goes into that game probably not going to be too happy with it. I don't think they're going to be too happy with it. You got someone like Asmongold who's played MMOs, but Asmongold's played all the Dark Souls games. All of them. He's played whatever that one starts with an S, I can't remember. He's played them all, so he likes those games. So of course he's going to like them. But yeah, I bet if you took 100 people who were like me, who've played MMOs for the past 20 years, but never played a Dark Souls game, and put them into that game on a PC, and I think most of them are probably not going to like it. Well, it's not just that. No, that's not what I'm saying, Imbe. It's not that they're complaining that it's a Souls game. Well, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I've never played the other Souls games. But I think what's happening is you're getting people who have never played a Souls game. And like I said, I can relate to these people because I'm one of those people who've never played a Souls game, but they played MMOs for the past 10, 20 years, and then they go in and play that game, and there's no direction. And they're playing on a PC with a keyboard and mouse, and the keyboard and mouse implementation is terrible. And you're really gimped by what you can do with the controls. Like, you're really gimped. You can't move the camera back. The screen acceleration isn't very good, so the rotation's kind of jittery and kind of clunky. And the camera's different. It's not your typical MMO camera. It's not like a locked-in-place camera. So, and also, you just missed it, Imbe, but what I showed was, in Dark Souls, there's only move right, move left. In a lot of games, you have two, right? If you go to key bindings, when you go to movement. A lot of games, you'll have turn and strafe. In Dark Souls, or in Elden Ring, whatever, same shit, right? They're one and the same. So in Dark Souls, or Elden Ring, I guess, if you click move right, what happens is your character does this. He moves to the right, but he also turns. He's doing both. So it's very difficult in Elden Ring to just strafe right. Like see how I'm just strafing right here like this? It's very difficult to do this accurately in Elden Ring. The other thing that kind of sucks is when you do strafe right in Elden Ring, it moves your character all the way over to here. Right? So if I just were to move strafe right, my physical character representation in the game will slide all the way to this part of the camera. I'll be sitting over here. Which is kind of weird. And of course the other thing is because it's got one of those games where when you turn, it takes a second to turn. So if I'm moving right and then I turn back left, there's that slowness where I slow down, stop, then start running the other direction. And then the camera kind of swings around behind you a little bit if you're moving your mouse. If you don't move the mouse, it doesn't. But if you're let's say you do this, turn left, and at the same time you turn left, you move your camera to the left. They fight against each other. You know what I mean? So Yeah, it is. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say, you're missing the point, Abby. What I'm trying to say is, there's people that are bashing the people giving bad reviews, and I don't think that's fair. Don't bash the people giving bad reviews. If someone says that the game is jittery, well, it is. If you play World of Warcraft and then you go play Elden Ring, it is jittery. If you play World of Warcraft and someone says the key bindings and the key system is really badly implemented on the PC, it is. See what I'm saying? The things these people are saying are true. Even Wolf said, yeah, the PC implementation's poor. You know what I mean? So so all I'm trying to say is the things these people are saying are true. And yet people are trying to bash them and knock them down like, oh my god, how could you complain? This is a 10 out of 10 game. It's perfect. It's not perfect. Maybe it's perfect for you. But maybe there's other people that have a different idea of what perfect is. You know? I give the game an 8 out of 10. And I'm being generous by giving an 8 out of 10. Generous. But yeah, I think, and like what I'm saying, IB, is if you take 100 MMO players who all they've ever played is MMOs and throw them into Elden Ring as their first introduction to that type of game, I think most of them probably aren't. I think I'd probably 60 to 80% of them probably won't like it. They'll be like, hey, arr.
Warm wishes.
How come
Be kind to
I didn't
those
have to
who
get this
suffer.
flight path? That's interesting. Whee! Parkour! Parkour! Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna try to play some more Elden Ring later. Maybe later this week. I play it on and off here and there, but it's frustrating. You get in there and it's. I wish the controls were better. I think my biggest complaint is the controls aren't very good, and of course the way my controls are set up, and it's probably something I can change. For example, it's really weird. Let's see. So in Dark Souls, you have these squares, right? And in here is your spells. So these are spells, right? And think about these as being layered, right? Same thing with this, it's. I don't know how far down this can layer out, right? And then this is your weapon, and this does not layer, I don't think. So this is your offhand. So if you have a shield, it's going to go here, right? Look at my awesome shield. Okay? Awesome. So if you have a shield, it goes here. If you have a weapon, right? Ooh, look at my awesome weapon. Okay, so you have a weapon here, and you have a shield here, and here you've got a spell. So this is a scroll or something, and I don't know. And then here you've got maybe a potion, right? And here you've got a potion. Okay, so you also have your horse mount button, right? It's still Surge and Surge 2. I've never even heard of those games, Einbay. Yeah, but it's not just that. See, that's what's pissing me off. It's not just a game. Okay, it's not just a game for a controller, okay? Because they published it for the PC. So you saying it's a game for the controller is 100% wrong. Because the game developer released it for the PC. If the game fucking developer releases it for the PC, guess what? It's a fucking PC game. You as a developer, and I'm a software developer, dude. I'm a fucking software developer. You as a developer, if you release your fucking game on a fucking platform, it better fucking work on that platform. So don't sit there and be surprised or bash people who are going to bash your fucking implementation because it sucks. Okay? Don't sit there and say, it's a game controller game. Of course they're not going to like it. No, it's not a game controller game. Because guess what? They released it for the fucking PC. It's supposed to work with keyboard and mouse. So if it doesn't work, or if it sucks for keyboard and mouse, it's not the player's fault. It's the fucking developer's fault. Fuck them. Fuck them in the ass. Right?
Really?
I know, awesome, right?
And then what I have? A fucking car whose doors open like this.
I've got a fucking game which sucks
Not like this.
on PC.
These are not the doors of a billionaire, Richard. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you, From Software.
Fuck you in the ass.
Fuck you in the ass. That's what I say to From Software. Fuck you. Fuck you in the ass, man. Yeah, but why would you? Why would you ever use a controller on a PC? It makes no sense. If you're gonna use a fucking controller on a PC, go buy yourself a fucking PlayStation, dude. That's dumb. So anyways, the point is, so here's your interface, right? So you've got this stupid little ring, right? Which is some sort of bullshit ring that summons your mount in Elden Ring, right? So you can, like, my ring is right here. Like, I have my ring on this thing here, okay? Where's the eraser? This whole thing right here, this whole implementation of buttons is all key-bound to mouse button 5 on my mouse, which is the front left button on the side, So, and here you've got a spell which heals myself, and then back here's another spell which I don't use because it's stupid. But to use this spell, we have to change this, right? Because as my class, to cast a spell, I'm sorry, there is a stack here. I apologize, I forgot. I have to use this bullshit weird-looking finger device. It's a little finger device because when you cast spells, you have a finger device, which is about as gay. And yes, I said gay, Mr. DeSantos, Florida, fucking piece of shit. It's about as fucking gay. It's about as gay as Doctor Strange's spinning his fingers. What is it? Doctor Strange spinning hand. Is it? What is it? Where is it? There's got to be a video of this. Doctor Strange summon. What is it? Hand gesture. Oh, I wish I could find it. You guys know what I mean. There's that stupid gay shit in Doctor Strange where he spins his hands to summon a portal. It's like the dumbest shit. And whoever decided to do that in the movie should be fired. So in Elden Ring, for example, if I want to go and attack, and let's say I'm on my mount, I want to get off my mount, I want to attack a mob, and let's say another mob attacks me, and for some reason I need to cast a heal on myself. This is everything I got to do. I've got to run across, I've got to hit mouse button 5 to switch to my ring, right? If I'm not already switched to my ring, I gotta hit mouse button 5 to switch to my ring. Then I get to hit the R key, because mouse button 5 switches between these. But to actually use what's on this, to actually use what's here, I have to hit the R key, okay? So I hit mouse button 5 to rotate through these things, right? Until I get the one I want. Then I hit the R key to use it. Same thing here. If I want to switch here, I hit the 2 key. So switching between these two, whatever crap is here is on my 2 key. Okay? And then here is, I don't even fucking know, because I hardly ever switch this one. And then here is for me is my 4 key. Right? So I hit the 4 key to rotate between weapons. So I want to get off my mount, so I got to hit up mouse button 5 if I'm not on this card. Hit mouse button 5, go to this card, hit R. Now I'm in combat. Now what happens if I have to heal? Well, now I've got to hit mouse button 5 again just to get to a potion to hit R. So right there you've got 2 mouse clicks to use a potion, which is stupid, you know? That's just dumb. So, and then, like, what if I want to cast a heal on myself? Let's say I've used all my potions and they're done. Now I've got to hit the 2 key, and that'll enable this key, which is the Z key, now that I remember. And this is the Z key for me. So I might have to go mouse button 5, left click, you know, I'm attacking. Oh shit, I need to use a potion, mouse button 5, R key. Oh, I want to heal, and I've got to go 2 key to switch to this. Now I've got to go Z to use my heal, and then I got to remember not to forget to hit the 2 key to go back to my shield so I can get some mitigation. And then, oh, if I want to get on my mount again, now I got to hit mouse button 5 again before I can hit the R key again. This is the bullshit crap I have to run through just to do simple stuff. And obviously this would all be resolved if we just did something like this. Oh my god, pure genius, right? What if we just gave Elden Ring a fucking hotbar? Oh, here's my potion. Here's my potion. Oh, here's my mount. Oh, here's my shield. Here's my, you know, my casting finger knuckle bullshit thing. Right? You know? You know, so all of this is gay. Right there. This is the Elden Ring UI, and I give it the judgment of gay. Oh, wait. Gay as fuck. What's up, Zalson? Now I don't know how it's implemented on a controller, but man, that's some bullshit right there. That's some crap. That's some serious crap. How you doing, Zalson? Notice how easily and smoothly I can transition between all of my abilities. I can't do this in Elden Ring. Yeah, come. Yeah, that's no worries, dude. I'm gonna get out of the shaman starting area here. Hey, Zalson, do you have any suggestions on where I should go, like where I should level with a shaman? Oh, come on, Ruds. How do you lift up? Isn't there a keybind or a command to remove your totem? Like recall? Isn't there like a totem recall, or did that not exist in Burning Crusade? I am a shaman noob, so I don't really know. I look like some kind of... I don't know what I look like. This is a strange outfit with this mask. Oh, ba-doop-a-doop-a-doo. It is! Oh my god, Zalson, what's the temperature like there, Zalson? It's dropped so fast today. Oh my god, it's 60 degrees. It has dropped 16 degrees since I woke up. In the last 4 hours. Or I guess 5 hours. In the last 5 hours it's dropped 16 degrees. Is it really 82? No freaking way, dude. Oh, you're not in Miami? I thought you were in Miami, dude. Oh, holy shit, it's 87 degrees in Miami? Well, it's gonna drop, right? Because it looks like... No, not... Well, no, it will. It says by 11 p.m. it's gonna be 64. Yeah, but look, Zalson, it says by 11 p.m. tonight you're gonna be down to 64. So it's gonna drop there. It's just a little bit later than here. Because I'm right here. See where this 275 sign is? That's where I am. I live right here. And Zalson lives... I don't know where Zalson is. I'm down here somewhere. Where's Miami? Where are you at, Zalson? Are you in Brownsville, West Miami, Kendall? We don't know where Zalcita the Great is. Zalcita the Great! Ooh. West of Kendall. Okay, so you're over here somewhere. This is where Zalcini the Great lives. He's right here in the Spanish Trace condominiums. Wait. West of Kendall, nice. Alright, I'm level 10, so what do you think? Stormwind? No, don't you come back! Anywhere the bill of lading takes it? Yeah. Look at that color shading. Okay, we're gonna save it. Yeah, hit me up, dude. We'll go out and have a beer, dude. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Do we have... No, this doesn't have it. I'm moving here. I'm moving over into this area, Zalson, right? Right on the water here. I'm going to be right on the water here. Do we have a... I don't think we do. Let's see, Safety Harbor Resort and Spa, huh? So I guess I'm moving to Safety Harbor. This is where I'm going to be living pretty soon. It's also right on the water here. Right on this water right here. Wait, is that it? Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'll be here. I'll be living like right along here. I'll be sitting on the water. Yeah, I'm gonna be right on the water. Yeah, you can fish there. There's actually a dock right off of where I live where you can go fishing, and I can drop my kayak. We can drop our kayaks in right there, Zulson, and just go for a kayak ride in the morning. You know? It's gonna be awesome. Oh, I thought I was gonna miss that jump. Oh, I thought I missed that jump. I so thought I missed that jump. Man. I thought I was gonna go swimming. You miss? Yeah, Amber's got a kayak. We only have one kayak right now. We might get another. I think we might get a couple new kayaks. I don't know. Depends on how often we kayak. If she finds out that we're kayaking a lot, I'm gonna grab another one so we can both just go kayaking. But we can go fishing there too. Yeah, I mean, I like bass fishing. Yeah, when I was younger, I did a lot of bass fishing. I like kayak fishing. Kayak fishing is really fun. If you have a good fishing kayak, because you can just like me and my brother used to. He had a 2-person kayak with like the compartments where we would bring like a little radio, like a little CD player or something, and we'd bring like coffee. So we'd go out there in the morning with our coffee and we'd fish, and then we had beer in the cooler. So like, and then like after like 2 or 3 hours, we'd crack open the beer. Hey, babe. Huh? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Amber's asking me something. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, where's the tray? And I'm like, huh? See him at the drawing table. Yeah, but we used to go fishing in the kayak. That was fun. Good times. Oh no! Are there? Oh shit! I didn't. Oh crap! Are there only shaman trainers? Oh no! Are there only shaman trainers in the shaman area? Because that would suck. I didn't even hit the trainer. Oh man. Well, maybe can we fly? No.
Hello. Have a good one.
No shit. I didn't think about that. 9 minutes. Ah, crap. Well, let's. Crap. Where did we leave off with my first aid? Let's take a look. No, we're still not there yet. I forgot one of the worst parts about being a shaman is I don't think there's shaman trainers like in the classic, in the vanilla content outside of the shaman city. What is it even called? I can't even remember what the damn thing's called. The Exodar. Well, we have the flight path here.
Need help? Be careful.
Is there one in Stormwind? Oh, thank God. Thank you, Einbei. Oh my God, that would suck. And IF is so. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad because that would just be so bad if there wasn't. It's starting to get cold in here is also. Oh, the sun. Oh, looks like the sun came out though. Typical Florida. Why should I have stayed? All I care about is level. Why? Okay, give me a reason why I should have stayed. Give me a reason. And if you...
Magic missile.
Oh, there you go. Magic missile. But give me a reason, Mindbay. Why should I have stayed? What's the benefit? They're good XP. They didn't feel like good XP. I'm level 10 and it took me freaking 5 hours, so it certainly didn't feel like good XP. No, well that doesn't work on me. They're not refreshing. They're annoying because I don't know them. Yeah, but I don't know the quest, so I find them annoying. Are you saying I need them for the totems? Oh yeah, do I need them for the totems? Yeah, I know, I kill things like... Do I have to do them for the totems? Oh, shit. Well, I've got 2 totems. Do I have to do the quest to get them? It gives you the token. Okay, cool. Well, we'll find out. Fire totem at level 10. Yeah, there's the fire totem quest. And there's another fire totem quest from him. These guys, I don't know what this Hardy Thanks quest is. There was never anybody there, so I don't know if that's just a quest being weird. So you see all these quests, but all these are the same quest, so. Water at 20, air at 30. Okay. So Wind Fury doesn't work. Wind Fury only works on melee, right? I'm such a Shaman noob. The Wind Fury only works on melee, right? I would be using, what, the fire? Or isn't there one that gives you crit? I guess we'll find out.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Leave me alone. I'm dead. Ah! Hardcore run over. Honestly, I really don't like this. I don't like the Shaman or the Draenei. I think the Draenei quests kind of boring. The Blood Elf quests, I don't like either. Actually, I do like the Blood Elf quests once you get out of the starting area. Once you get to, like, the Ghostlands, I like those quests. I think those are more fun. But the very, very starting quests are just really basic. But yeah, but the whole Draenei story is just dumb. It's like, oh, we just kind of crash landed. I mean, I thought it was kind of a silly. I always thought the backing story for the Draenei was weak. It was like very weak. And the Death Knights have the best story. The Death Knight story is fantastic. It's really good. Blood Elf's backing story is really good. The Shaman's backing story is just kind of stupid, in my opinion. But that's just me. And then what are the ones? We had the Goblins, and they were just kind of, Blizzard being lazy, because they already had Goblins character models in the game. They just decided to make them a class. No. Well, you mean like what? The only skips I know of are swimming. What do you want me to do? Swim? The only way is that there's swimming. There might be a way where you can die and res. I can't remember where that's at though. Yeah, I don't mind running because there's the flight paths I want to grab out in Loch Modan. I mean, we need those flight paths. Where's the... Yeah, I remember there was that, but I don't know where it's at. I remember that you could do that, but I don't remember where it's at. Is it... Let's see. Yeah, I don't know the location. I remember from like years ago. I remember that skip literally from probably like 6 years ago. I always just run it because I like to pick up the flight paths. There's really only one. There's just the one in Loch Modan. So I mean, if you did the skip, it'd probably save you a little time. Oh, you did get your account. You did get your account back. I figured you would. What did you lose anything? They refunded 60 days of game time. Well, that they should. During time it was compromised. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm assuming you lost a bunch of stuff. Did they like disenchant all your gear and sell it for? Typically, that's what happens when your account gets hijacked. It doesn't work on those high-level mobs. One of the servers had a level 1. So someone created a level 1 character on one of the servers with 800 gold? What? So they were like a gold farmer? And it's still there? So you got 800 gold. Well, you can't really do anything with it. Yeah, free gold, but you gotta go to that server. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see how much they charge for server? What is it like? They still charge to this day like, I think it was like $60. I looked the other day, like for a character boost in retail is like $60. I'm like, holy shit. It's no wonder that they make money on this game, is because they charge so much money, like to change servers or to change faction or to boost. All those things cost so much money. Yeah, $25. Oh my god. Well, the scary thing is people still pay it. I paid for server transfers like, 15 years ago. Like when me and my brother decided to play on Terracar to get off of Doomhammer because we were worried about the Burning Crusade having such a massive amount of players. And Doomhammer was a pretty populated server in Classic. So I was like, in Vanilla. So I was like, well, they were offering they offered free transfers to Terracar. And so we took the free transfers, and then it backfired on us because Terracar turned out to be one of the worst servers of all time. It was terrible. And so I transferred all my characters off of Terracar to Tichondrius, and so then I had to pay. And then I went Horde for God knows what reason. I don't even remember. Probably just wanted to try something different. So not only did I transfer them, but I faction changed them. And I did that for like 5 characters. So at the time, I think it was like 30, 20. I think it was like $50 each. So I paid $250 to transfer them all and faction change them. Oh, what's disgusting is Lost Ark. How they're getting people to throw in thousands of dollars in that game, and what's ridiculous is that people are paying it. I can't believe people are paying the gold. They're paying the money. I'm like, what? It's sad how bad people want to be like the best. I have to have the best gear. I have to be the highest level with the best gear so I can strut my stuff. Whatever happened to just having fun playing the game? You know? The FOMO is real, man. The fear of missing out. Remember, like, the day after you said you were tired of playing Lost Ark, because also, I think it was the day after you said that, is when I, like, hit the wall and was like, ugh, this isn't fun. Really, the thing that made me quit playing Lost Ark was the limited resource for gathering. Once they said I could only gather so much stuff, I'm like, literally, I could gather herbs or gather stuff for, like, an hour, and I was out of resources. And what was even made it worse is that the resources on your own island, like your own land that you have, stronghold, wherever it's called, like when you farm the resources there, when you gather them there, it uses like 3 times more energy than when you gather them in the regular normal world. So it's just like, holy crap. It's like, here's your resources on your island, but if you want to pick up those resources, it takes 3 or 4 times the amount of energy normal. You know what I mean? Yeah, that game, and I think that like the release in the West and the way Amazon's handling it, it just seems to me that it's completely a cash grab. It's like they're just like, how can we do this in a way that we get the most money out of these suckers? Because that's what I feel like when I see all these videos of people spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in Lost Ark. The only thing that comes in mind is sucker. You know, suckers. Yeah, I didn't spend any money other than just the initial cost. I bought one of the I spent $15 initially just so I could get in and play it like early, and after that I didn't spend a dime.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Holy crap. And he's only like 2 levels above me and it took forever to kill him. Yeah, well, and what's getting me is all the people that that buy so much gold. I mean, WoW isn't making that much money. I guess they are, because all of the gold sellers and gold farmers have to buy accounts on the server, so I mean that's why they don't squash. I mean, they don't want to squash the gold selling because then they're going to lose money. Because the gold farmers need to be on the server to sell, to send you the gold, and they need to farm, get characters on there to farm the gold. You know? I mean, there was a I guess it's Time Bay who said that, but there was a guy earlier that I saw posting in looking for groups saying that he had 25,000 gold. He's like, looking for such and such raid, I have 25,000 gold, because it was a GDKP, right? A DKP gold DKP, raid or whatever. And I doubt he earned 25,000 gold just playing the game, How is that non-toxic? How is that non-toxic? People are throwing gold left and right. How is that not toxic? I mean, maybe how is not? It's not. No, you're right. It's not toxic. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. What about the player who doesn't have any money because he didn't go to a gold seller and buy a bunch of gold? I guess he just doesn't do GDKP raids, right? Yeah, people... Okay. Yes, you're right. People do get gold. But you have to have the fat cows. You know, you gotta have... Yeah, it's good, I guess, if you want to make money, but good luck if you can get in it. I've never done it. I've never done a GDKP raid. I mean... Don't get me going, man. It's stupid. GDKP promotes gold selling, gold buying. And I'm never for that, so... Yeah, you choose to go there. You're missing out the point that all the people that are doing those raids take away from the general pool of people available to do raids and wanting to do raids. You're segmenting the player base. Anything that segments the player base is not a good thing, right? It's not a good thing. You know? Let's say there's 1,000 people on a server and 500 of them are only doing GDKP raids and 500 of them aren't. Well, now the 500 that aren't don't have the same pool of players to play with. Yeah, whatever. It's stupid. It's stupid. It segments the player base. It segments the player base. Not everybody's going to go do that. And how easy is it to sign up for the raid? Can anybody just sign up? Is it easy? I've never done it. I mean, are they just going to take anybody? They're going to want people that have gold to bid, right? You know what I mean? They're going to want people to have gold to bid on the items. No, okay, well, whatever. If it's easy, if they take anybody, if they don't want to take me, if they're going to take me into that raid, what are they going to do? Are they going to say, well, do you have any gold? Are you going to bid on anything? Do they really want you in the raid if you're not going to bid on anything? You only find entertained dial results, and I hope not, dude. Dude, you don't need that, man. You don't need that. Fucking gamers of today, man. Bunch of idiots. We'll do the dumb Shaman quest. We'll do the dumb Asia's Isle quest. We got our flight path at least. That'll help us.
Must not give up. Go on then.
Open your heart to the light.
The missing fisherman.
Dionysaka.
Dionysaka.
Well, if there's normal people bidding reasonable prices, how can they afford it? If I go into, like, let's say I've got 1,000 gold, right? And I go in there, and there's people in there that have 25,000 gold.
All prices here are reasonable.
I'm not being pessimistic. I'm being realistic. There's big fish in there that have a shit ton of gold. You know what I mean? So your chance of getting something isn't going to be very good. The only way you're going to get it is if nobody else wants it. As if the big fish who have all the gold don't want it. Or you know what I mean? Whatever. I mean, that's fine. You know, to each his own. You want to run around and do those, that's fine. I mean, I don't think I should have to pay gold to get an item drop. Why would I have 25,000 gold? Why would I have 25,000 gold? What have I ever done to make gold? Have you ever seen me, like, work the auction house? Have you ever seen me, like... I mean, I don't even have that many characters at max level. Why would I have 25,000 gold? Plus, you know I haven't played through Classic non-stop. Jesus Christ. Valiant, man. What's up? How you doing, dude? Not much, just chilling. Playing a little Shaman. Just chilling and killing.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, we hope your computer's alright, Zolson. Oh shit, I forgot. I still haven't hit the trainer. Crap, well, we'll do it after this quest. Actually, you know what? Let's go hit the trainer. It's taking me so long to kill these mobs. The broom of death. The broom of death. Didn't you grab rank 4 LB? Oh, is it rank 4 lightning bolt? Okay. Cool, yeah. Yeah, if it... So rank 5, what level? Yeah, rank 5. Oh my god, what level would I have to be to get rank 5? Hmm. I wish I had that WoW buddy app for my phone that told me that stuff. Let's see. WoW. Lightning Bolt rank 4 is level 20. And Lightning Bolt rank 5 is level 26. So 20 or 26? Okay, yeah, so it says I get rank 4 at 20. I know, I've got the magical broom. I'm cleaning up, man. We're cleaning up. We're cleaning up the Amen Vale, Asia Watch. We're cleaning up Asia Watch, man. What's training? Oh, you know what? We've got it, Zolson. I forgot. It's actually in the UI here. Future spells. Well, this is what's available right now. But here, we got it right. I forgot. The Guild Wars, another great thing about the UI here. It's actually got it. Look. Level 14. Level 20, rank 4. Shit. It's right here. It's right here in my UI.
Akal Hector. Roma.
Okay, healing rank 2, shock 2, lightning bolt. Yeah, I've got the magical broom. It's the broom of death. What else did we learn? Strength totem, flame tongue weapon. Oh, we got flame tongue, lightning. We don't. Oh, lightning shield, flame shock, rank 1. We've got flame shock. Oh, flame shock. Okay, Zolson, tell me which one am I supposed to use? Flame shock. Holy shit, I learned a lot of stuff. Am I supposed to use flame shock or earth shock? You start with flame shock? Okay, because I knew one was better than that, but flame shock. Urshak always hits the hardest. How about Oh, does it have a burn over time effect? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So we're gonna call that R, I guess? No, how about normally if of damage at time, it's kind of like a dot. I normally do F. No, I've already gotten used to that. Shit. Shit! Crap. Alright, well, we'll try it. And what else did we get? We got Rock Biter Weapon. Rock Biter Weapon. We've already got Rock Biter Weapon. And then we've got Stoneclaw Totem. Stoneclaw Totem! Don't know what that is, but Stoneclaw. Stoneclaw. Is it one word? Stoneclaw. Stoneclaw Totem. Wrath Lich King Flame Shot gets a spread ability with glyphs. Oh, and guarantees crits. Well, the reason you start with what is LB? Lightning bolt. So you do lightning bolt into flame shock. Because by the time lightning bolt is flying out, flame shock will hit, and you already have second spell going on the way to land on the target. So you do lightning bolt, flame shock, and then earth shock? Guarantees crits with lava burst. Oh. Salson knows his shamans. I certainly do not. What does this do anyway? Stoneclaw, taunt. It's the taunt totem. Okay, so let's just do. Yeah, we'll do that. We also got Lightning Bolt, Earth Shock. I think that's it for any of the new spells. Yeah, Strength of Earth we already had. Okay. I'm not sure if you're gonna see these stuff after Lightning Bolt since your shocks are okay. So what's your rotation? What's your rotation then? So like, what's your general rotation with Elemental Shaman? Zagreem! It's Zagreem! Yeah, well, no, Wrath Lich King is still a ways out. So Lightning Bolt. And Flame Shock, huh? Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt, Flame Shock, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt. And that's it. That's all she wrote, Zolson. I got you. Let's do Flame Shock. Let's I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't just do I don't usually use 5 for something like that, but I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't just try it. Maybe. Let's do this. We're gonna try a keybind that I don't normally use. I don't know how well this is gonna work because I don't usually use this. Let's try this. Oh, I see how you are. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Throw in CL on CD. What's CL? What the hell is CL? There's also these damn abbreviations. Oh, I see. I see what I did wrong there. Oh, Chain Lightning. I don't have Chain Lightning yet. After level 32? Okay, yeah, I don't have it yet. Alright, thanks, Olsen. Yeah, I see why you do the double lightning bolt, because the range of the flame shock is really, really short. Fireworks? Oh, yeah. Cooldown. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, there's actually... Yeah. I'm gonna have to play around with these rotations. But yeah, I think Wrath of the Lich King's probably gonna come out at the end of the year or the beginning of next year, so it's still a ways off, but definitely working towards this character getting to 70, you know, for Wrath of the Lich King, so... That's the whole point of the Shaman, is the Shaman in Wrath of the Lich King seems like it's pretty powerful, so I think it'd be a fun class to play. Maybe we'll do... Let's try this. I don't know. I'm sure I'll play around with these keybinds once you get the hang of it. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't start with Flame Shock because the range is too short. And the range is too short on Flame Shock, so you want to start with Lightning Bolt at max distance. So like if I was going to kill this guy, you'd want to go Lightning Bolt, and then when it's done, you're not going to be in range with Flame Shock, so you got to do another Lightning Bolt. Then your Flame Shock is in range. Yeah, well that's part of it too, but yeah, but the range on the Flame Shock is so short, it's only 20 yards, whereas my Lightning Bolt's 30. Alright. I must have the weirdest keybinds. Enhancement for the win? Yeah, I like enhancement. Enhancement's fun. But I played so much melee lately, I wanted to play something... I wanted to play something at range. You know, I've done a lot of melee over the last year. So... I've never played Resto. Like, I've actually never played Resto, like, ever. So that would be interesting. Oh, you're talking about Druid, yeah. Resto Shaman? I've never played a Resto Shaman, so I've played Resto Druid before. Resto Druid is super fun. I love Resto Druid. That's actually really fun. Let's see. Alright, sorry, I was doing something on the other monitor. You been playing Ascension? Yeah, I'm just not into Ascension right now. I like Ascension, I think it's pretty fun, but it's just like you kind of just steamroll everything because you're so powerful. I want a little bit of a challenge. I don't want Elden Ring challenge, at least not right now. Not right now. Murlocs. Alright, we're gonna have to kill some Murlocs, guys. Do I wanna... So answer me this. I've been doing herbalism. I don't want to pick up any professions that are gonna seriously slow down the leveling of this character. And my goal for this character is to be an inscriptionist. Eventually, I want to be a scribe on this character in Wrath of the Lich King, so that's why I picked up herbalism. But I could pick up, like, maybe skinning. The skinning's, like, super easy. I don't think I've seen the skinning trainer yet, which is, I probably should have. What else? So did we get another? We didn't get another weapon, did we? Let me check the spells really quickly. Okay, so we have these. No, we got all that. Oh, lightning shot. I knew we were forgetting something. Sweet. I knew we were forgetting something. Let's do... Let's go new... What is it called? Lightning shield? Yeah, light. Shield. I love Lightning Shield is... Remember in Ascension, man? In Ascension, Lightning Shield was like so OP. It was like the shit. Oh, well, when I first did... Zagreem, when I first did Ascension, yeah, I had a blast. Me and Blue and Zulson all played it. It was really fun. It just felt fantastic. So the Wrath of the Lich King Resto Shaman... Sometimes you liked it more than Priest? Wow, that's cool. I love Priest. Yeah, well, this Priest in Wrath of the Lich King is really, really strong and actually really fun. I want to take a look and make sure that our... Okay, good. We're all good on that. We're not going to lose targets. Am I supposed to be in here? I don't think I have a quest in here. I've got a quest out here. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. I don't seem to have any quests in here. Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, I mean, I never really thought about going back to Ascension, but it was fun. I mean, I did really enjoy it the time that I played. I don't have the launcher. I don't have it installed anymore. Maybe we'll do an Ascension stream tomorrow. Hold on 1 second. And they're doing the 3x. See, I remember when I first got in, they never did 3x. It was always like 2x. And now they're doing the 3x DP. They're really trying to get everybody's money. You know what I mean? Yeah, the disc was really good. But the problem with playing, and I played Disc Priest in Arena, like Wrath Lich King, I did a ton of Arena. Like Burning Crusade, Wrath Lich King, I did, my most Arena was in those 2 expansions. And I gotta tell you, Death Knights were the bane of the Disc Priests. I mean, you would get a Death Knight in Arena that would just sit on your head, and it was not fun. It actually almost made me quit I almost quit the game. I almost quit World of Warcraft because of DKs. Because every arena match I went into, we ran into a DK and like a warrior, or like a DK and a druid healer. And the DK would just sit on me as a healer. You can't get away from a DK. You just can't, you know? Because they just, they shackle you, they poison you, they shackle you, they poison you. If you really want to get away, they might summon their pet and have their pet stun you. If the pet stun existed in Wrath, I can't remember. But I mean, there was just no way to get away from the DK. It was impossible. Yeah, the pushback is bad, Zalson. Zalson, you're 100% correct. The pushback is awful on here. You don't really want to be casting with something in your face. Alright, see you, Zagreem. Have a good one. You gotta get ready for work. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see Zagreem. Zagreem. I need to pick up skidding, I think, because it's just easy money. Yeah, Druid Cyclone was vicious, but the DK as a priest, like as a disc priest, when you went into an arena in Wrath Lich King into 2s, you did not want to see a DK. You just didn't. You were just like, I don't want to see a DK. I mean, it was. Now, if you have a really good partner who can peel, it's not that big a deal. But I don't know. My partner had a lot of trouble keeping that DK off me. Plus, we were up around 2,000, so you get people that are smart. They're gonna CC my partner, and and then I got a DK sitting on me.
Lovely.
I gotta go to the bathroom, guys. Let me take a quick break here. And we do have the magic room. I had to have the magic room. This is too cool. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Man, it is so cold here. I love it. Let's see if the temperature's dropped even further. I'm sure it has. 86 in Miami. I can't believe it. It is currently in St. Pete, Florida, 59 degrees. Down from 76 this morning. The broom. It's the broom of death. You cannot resist the broom of death.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Eh. Alright, Zolston, have a good one, dude. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just gonna try to level this shaman up. You getting that afternoon? Yeah, it's called getting old, dude. Me and you both. Hey, what's up, Brett? Said you grew up in Clearwater? Well, I grew up in Illinois, in Chicago, but I live in St. Pete, Florida, right now. My wife is from Florida, so I met my wife down here. I moved down to Florida a long time ago. Well, I guess about, I don't know, 15 years ago? So I've been in Florida for about 15 years. See you, Zolson. But yeah, I'm in St. Pete. It was freaking getting cold. I love it. I love cold weather. Probably because I'm from Illinois. Should I bring out the wand? Should I bring out the broom of death? Nah, we'll kill him with the mace. Mace. What? Am I supposed to? Okay, no, they just dropped the hide. Okay. I'm actually moving to close to. I'm moving right up by Clearwater here in the end of the year. Right on the water, actually. I'm gonna clean up this town. Take the broom of death.
Lovely.
Really struggling for a keybind for this. You mean North Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina's just expensive. You know what? I mean, North Carolina's beautiful, but it's pricey. I don't like Florida. I've never been a big fan of Florida. I'm just here because that's where my wife, it's where my work is, and I have a really good job. So, you know, I want to retire here because you know that's, like I said, it's where my work is. You know, but once I retire, we're moving to Tennessee. So Tennessee's where I'll be after that, after I retire. Feel the wrath. Ritual torch. What am I looking for? Okay, there's only one location. There's one and it spawns in random locations, I guess. I don't think I can climb this mountain. No. No. Alright, Iron Bay. Have a good one, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun leveling. What are you going to play? Are you going to play some, let me guess, Final Fantasy? The Final Fantasy. I don't know where this quest item is. Ritual Torch, Call of Fire. I don't know where this quest item is. Oh, and Go Wars 2, huh? Alright, well, let me know how the Star Wars The Old Republic goes. I would love, if they're still doing Hutball, I would love to get into Star Wars and play Hutball. I miss that game so much. That was such a fun game. I think that's something I would like to get back. I would love to get back into Star Wars just so I could play Hutball. Because that was the best PvP battleground game of all time. There's nothing can compare to Hutball. Oh my god, do I have to go all the way around? Yeah, I think I'm going the wrong direction. Hutball's there, yeah. The Hutball! I think I get a mount in this at level 30, I think. No, it's inside. Okay, I'm completely in the wrong area. We need to go inside. Yeah, we need to go inside the hold, so we're completely in the wrong area. Which kind of figured that was probably the case. I don't know how to... If I could just walk over the mountain here, but I don't think I can do it. No, we tried going that way. Yeah, I don't know how this is up here on the Guild Wars 2 UI. I haven't figured out how to fix that. It's weird because it's showing the buff down here and it up here. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know why that's up there. Very strange. It looks like moving anything's not working.
Lovely.
No. Should I'm out of range? You I was forgetting something.
Lovely.
Holy shit. Chief Umuru. Okay, it's getting cold in here now. Woo-hoo-hoo. We're bringing out the broom. The broom! Broom of death. Ah, ritual torch. Yes, Morpheus. Yes, we have the ritual torch. We will win. You are doomed, Wild King. Doomed. Shit, I'm out of mana. Something has gone terribly wrong with the coast of is blood red, rapidly dissolving into the water. I explain the unusual aggressively behavior of the creatures in Asia Mist. Oh shit. Son of a... Ooh, I forgot we can use that. We're only one level away from the gloves. Nice. Yeah, I want to get into Star Wars: The Old Republic. I would like to play some Hut Ball. Hut. We just killed the guy, but now we gotta go in and kill him again, apparently. Ah! Follow me! Ah! Isn't there a super secret path? Oh, they're following me. Wow. Isn't there like a... Yes, Morpheus, this is the way. What, the devil? The Kirkin is lurking. Oh. Let's see. Well, let me drop my totem. I don't know why. Let me drop it there at the end, but all right. Let's see. More food. Going to run the Ascension setup. I don't know if I'll play Ascension. I mean, there's so many games I could play. Everybody wants me to play something different. It's funny as a streamer, you kind of have to. You just have to pick something that you really enjoy and stick with it. And the rest of the world be damned. I don't know. What is this? Burns the Wickerman effigy. Okay, well. Alright, I guess I have to read the quest. Retrieve the ashes and return them to the ritual torch temple. Okay, well, where's the ashes? Are they way over here? No, that's... Oh, here they are. Oh, shit, they're all the way at this other island. Okay. It's a little bit of a walk. Alright guys, I think I'm going to take a break. I've streamed for about 4 hours. I gotta eat something to eat. We are level 11, which I gotta hit the trainer, which is not... We're leveling slowly. But that's alright. I've never done... I mean, I've played Shaman before, but very rarely. So these quests I'm not very familiar with. What? I thought there would have been more stuff. Oh, no, I did learn. So at level 12, we get Fire Totem. We got Purge, level 12. Alright. Get Maya probably at 40, yeah. And we get Ancestral Spirit. Healing Wave. Okay. Nothing great for a while. I don't think. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I'm going to take a break, get something to eat. I don't know if I'll be streaming this afternoon. I mean, I will be streaming at some point, but it may not be till later, like around 8 p.m., which would be about 5 hours from now, probably. Take a break, hang out with the wife until then. Hope you guys have a great Saturday, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.